Shake it, mama, let me see what you got. Shake it, mama, let me see what you got. Shake it, mama, let me see what you got. Shake it, mama, let me see what you got. Shake it, mama, let me see what you got. Shake it, mama, let me see what you got. Shake it, mama, let me see what you got.
Yeah, we in the building. Hey. It's Friday night, y'all. Man, and it's a good Friday night. Y'all better be ready. We got a lot to talk about. Hey. Good evening, Michelle Marie. Michelle Marie's in the house. What's up?
Shake it, mama, let me see what you got. Shake it, mama, let me see what you got. Shake it, mama, let me see what you got. Shake it, mama, let me see what you got. Shake it, mama, let me see what you got. Shake it, mama, let me see what you got. Shake it, mama, let me see what you got. Shake it, mama, let me see what you got.
Yeah. Did y'all catch that rainstorm in New York a little while ago? It was downpour. Hola, Evie. Yeah, we working. Michelle Marie says she's sore and tired. I know how you feel.
Shake it, mama, let me see what you got. Shake it, mama, let me see what you got. Shake it, mama, let me see what you got.
YouTube is active.
Shake it, mama, let me see what you got. Shake it, mama, let me see what you got. Shake it, mama, let me see what you got. Shake it, mama, let me see what you got.
It's 79 degrees in New York City and it's cloudy. And it's raining. We got a special guest in the studio and we're going to work. Feeling good today, y'all. Just give me a hot second. I'm getting set up. Aging is a batch. Yeah. Big shout out to E.T. Elena's in the building. She's not feeling well.
Shake it, mama, let me see what you got. Shake it, mama, let me see what you got. Shake it, mama, let me see what you got. Shake it, mama, let me see what you got. Shake it, mama, let me see what you got. Shake it,
but we are active as usual.
Shake it, mama, let me see what you got.
Michelle said, biatch. Oh, you corrected it, huh? All right, I'm working. Yeah, we had fun making that. That was a big shout out to my man, Jeff. And once again, it is now 79 degrees in New York City, partly cloudy. It's a little funky out there right now, y'all, so try to stay dry.
Shake it, mama, let me see what you got. Shake it, mama, let me see what you got. Shake it, mama, let me see what you got.
Try to stay dry.
Shake it, mama, let me see what you got.
Big shout out to all y'all listening in your cars.
Shake it, mama, let me see what you got.
I gotta acknowledge y'all.
Shake it, mama, let me see what you got.
Yeah, I'm about to hit the button in a minute. We're just getting set. Want to make sure everybody's in position. Because it's going to be that kind of show today. Big shout out to my Facebook family. Big shout out to my YouTube family. It is 80 degrees, kind of, in Idaho. Yeah, so we're about the same. We're 79, 80-ish, right? Yeah, that's crazy, Jeff. I'm about to hit the button, y'all. We're going to go to work. Once again, this is The Real Discussion with Rock Logic, Gary Fax, and Robin. We're in the building. Absolutely. We're here doing what we do every week from 7 to 9, and we're back. The crew's in the house. What's up, Sherry Rose? She's in the house. Hello, people. Yeah, man, we here, man. That's all I'm saying. It's that kind of day. Once again, big shout out to all my people in the cars that are listening and sitting in traffic. I'm glad you tuned in. I'm going to try to keep you entertained for the next 2 hours. I'm going to try to do what I got to do. Yeah, I'm feeling spunky. Word up. Oh, somebody just, okay. Yeah, all right, your word. Traffic on the Cross Bronx. The Bronx is backed up, but the Bronx is backed up every Friday. The Brooklyn's probably in bad shape. Cross Bronx is in bad shape, which I just got that as a text. Big shout out to y'all on the Bronx River Parkway. Evie says, hi, Robin. Cherry Rose, like, do it. Yeah, I hit the button. I'm on. What's happening right now, y'all? Let's go. Yeah. What's up, Cynthia? Yes, I gave you the Rock Logic weather because I know Cynthia always loves that. And boom. Yeah. Once again, welcome to The Real Discussion with Rock Logic. Gary D, Jeff, Rocky D, Robin is in the house.
Yo.
Everybody's here, man. So that's dope. Well, I mean, Rocky's not here and Jeff's not here. What happened was Rocky is on a retreat. He's doing his thing, right? And also Jeff is actually heading to Haiti, right? They had the big Haitian thing that happened down there, the earthquake that happened. So he's going down. I guess he's going to check on family. I would imagine that's what's going on with that. So, you know,
prayers
that's what's happening.
to him.
Yep,
and his
prayers
family.
to my man Jeff and his family. He's flying down there right now. Elena says, hey, play some Richard T or some Jimmy. You know what? I'm going to have to get that happening. Two wonderful musicians, by the way. Wonderful, wonderful musicians. Richard T was part of a band called Stuff, and Jimmy Cobb was part of Miles Davis' band. And when they recorded the legendary album, Kind of Blue, Jimmy was the drummer on that album.
Wow.
So, yeah, we might have to get some of that and play some of that as an opening one day, you know what I'm saying, and do that kind of vibe. But this week has been good. I mean, things have been going on. Current events, the world is popping. The world is popping. I mean, we were having some offline conversations when we were just kind of talking outside. And
Yeah.
I mean, like, wow, you know.
It's a lot to talk about. It's a lot to talk about. Yes, it is.
You know, we went from R. Kelly to Afghanistan, you know, like.
The Taliban.
The Taliban. We was all over the place about an hour ago.
Oh, yeah.
While we were setting up. So that was kind of like a real crazy vibe. You know, we're remodeling the studio, and big shout out to my Boardwalk Global Media family. Big shout out to CeCe Perez, who does Mi Gente, Mi People, which will be on tomorrow at 2 o'clock. No, 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock. And big shout out to my One Night Your family. We'll be on Sunday at 4 o'clock. And big shout out to The Conversation, Hip Hop Boulevard with Al Pizarro, and that will be next week on Saturday at Sunday. Oh yeah, at what time? 2 o'clock. 2. And Jeff, I hope he won't be back. Matter of fact, Jeff's show, the Perspective of Yours, is going on hiatus, and I think he will be back after September 6th.
Okay.
He'll be back. So that's kind of what we got going on.
All right.
Other than that, Robbie, how's your week been?
It's been good.
What you been doing,
I lost
man?
my voice, though.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I know how that happened.
I lost my voice.
Big shout out to Maria Davis
Yes,
on that one.
Maria Davis. She had a showcase of talent at the Shrine in Harlem, and I went and had a great time. You know, I was heckling some of the folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rock was there.
If you don't know, Robin's a heckler.
I'm a heckler.
I never sat at a show with Robin, you know what I'm saying? So all of a sudden she's like, hey, like from the back of the room.
Yeah, I'm like, boo.
I'm like, oh shit, wow, she's a heckler. So she was heckling some people on stage. Yeah. So what's that? I mean,
No,
I got on stage.
Yeah, I didn't heckle you though.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate
No
that.
oranges or bananas were thrown.
I'm like, he's whack. Do your records and shut up.
You could never be whack. You could never be whack.
You know, it was crazy because Maria did an impromptu thing. You know, I just went because I was at Hot 97 earlier that day and I was working another show. And Robin hit me. She's like, yo, I'm at the Shrine. I'm like, Maria Davis? I didn't realize it was Wednesday. So I shot uptown and went to the Shrine and saw Maria. And she harassed me as usual about, you know, not giving her CPR and all that stuff. And we went to go see a couple of acts perform. And, you know, there were some good ones and there was some people that deserve to be heckled. That's all I'm saying. But
some got heckled and some did.
Some didn't.
Some who deserved to be heckled.
there was one girl. What was that girl's name from Jersey?
Oh,
She was from
so
Elizabeth.
good.
Yeah.
She had a hype man and everything.
Yeah, she got up there and she tore it down.
She did, and she did. What did she do? The remix to that 222.
Oh, right, that's right. That was
Yeah.
really. But you know what? Next week I'm gonna play the video of that because I actually filmed it.
She did a whole answer to Maria Davis 222.
Right.
okay.
And she actually, and she played the intro to the record.
Yeah.
That's on Jay-Z's album
Yeah.
when you hear Maria talking.
Yeah.
And then she burned it and she called it 29, right?
Yeah.
29 twos.
Wow.
And she was on fire, B. Plus she could dance.
Okay.
Yeah, she was doing that whole what's that Sierra? You know?
Yeah, she was bugging.
Like,
I was like,
dang.
oh, okay. She had an interesting outfit on. She had on overalls.
Yeah, she did.
I don't think that matched her vibe, but she was dope.
Yeah.
You know, she was dope.
You know, urban. You know, edgy.
Yeah, definitely. What else was going on with you this week?
Me? Okay, so I took another paternity test today. Yesterday.
How'd you make out?
I'm still waiting for the results.
Like that.
So it's
so
dumb.
is this how's this working?
So every week that I go to work, I got to go and get this COVID test because I'm unvaccinated. So what they do is you have to go online, you have to make a reservation, and then they put you on the list, and you go in, and you sit down, and you put your name on the vial, and then after you put your name on the vial and your date of birth, you have to put in your number that's on the vial into the app. And then they give you the swab. And then you have to swab 10 times on each side.
What the hell?
Every week I got to do this. But you know what? It's unfair. And it's kind of dumb because what if I had COVID and I had to wait 2 days for the results? Because the results it's not an instant result. I have to wait 2 days.
Right.
So I'm going in.
She's going to work,
Right.
giving everybody COVID.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She just got tested. You don't wait for the results and you still go to work. So
Right.
That's
It's
kind
so
of, I
dumb.
don't understand
It's
how that
backwards.
even.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's like, why wouldn't you either have an instant test, right? They have the rapid test
Right.
that you can do, or that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, we're going to test you for COVID and then go to work.
There's no other way to,
There's no buffer.
Right. So they should have the rapid test so that if you are, positive,
Go home.
go back to the train or wherever you came from. Don't come in the building.
Right, take your ass home.
No, they're like, go on upstairs.
Go to work. Go ahead.
Work. It's
Kill
okay.
everybody. Kill the office.
Let me work it. Is it worth it? You gonna die today? No. And then
They
I
just
think
love your work vibe.
yeah. And lastly, I took the Ancestry DNA test.
Did you get your results?
It's coming. They give you like, when you wait for your food and they give you like the barcode to see where it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it tells me where it is, what's happening. So they're analyzing my DNA now.
Okay. So, Room, I got a bet going, right? Because I was talking to her about this, and I was like, you're absolutely positively from, I think, did I say Senegal? Yeah, I said, Senegal's in your blood. That was
Could
my
be,
bet.
could be.
You know what I'm saying? I took a shot at that, So,
But why?
because of your features. Your features are very Sengali. So that's what made me pick that country.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's fine.
we'll see how that works out. Gary D, what's going on with you, baby? How's Baba T doing? There's a lot happening with Baba and all that.
What's happening?
Finally, you got some new news. Go ahead. Let's talk about
Yay.
Let's go on what's happening.
He's going to be on the cover of IAS magazine.
Okay.
So coming out in
Give some claps for that.
on the
Rob.
October issue. Unfortunately, he should have been here, but
Oh, we got
yeah.
Charlie Ruiz. That's my man Rocky D's son right
That's
there.
it. That's
Big
it.
shout out.
Hey.
so yeah. Unfortunately, over in Australia, they're on a serious lockdown dealing with this COVID stuff.
Okay.
They're like
I know.
they're going now as of yesterday. They're going to like October 28th.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's out of control there. So he can't really
Move around. He can't do anything.
like there. It's like when you leave in your house, you have to sign out.
What?
Yeah, it's on some big brother, like real big brother shit.
You know, they are opening those little quarantine camps out there in Queensland.
Like you have to. So you leave your house, you got to sign out on your phone. You go to the store, you got to sign in. You got to sign in. When you leave the store, you got to sign out.
Why don't they just have an app then?
Like they just track like
So they're tracking you on your phone.
right. So my understanding is that this is their COVID tracking.
Right.
But we have a tracking system here in New York State, and it ain't anything like that.
Yeah, well, they do things. You know, their toilet flushes the other way around too. So they do different things.
Yeah,
You know,
I think it's the winter time in Australia right now.
Yeah,
So
it is.
definitely is.
everything's a little backwards. Sharia,
Hi.
how you
are
doing? What?
Hey,
Wow.
darling,
Big shout out to Sharia.
welcome back to the
Thank
show.
you.
What?
It was the wrong button. I went for this one, but I ended up with she's back. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, she's back. What's
What's
happening
going
with you?
on?
I am in seminary school.
Oh,
Nice.
Right. Okay,
Yes.
all right.
After I remember telling you guys that I had survived my 12th major car accident in March,
Right.
and it was with a tractor trailer. And in May, I had enrolled in seminary school.
Wow, that's nice.
And yeah, because in 2007 I had the calling to become a pastor, and I've been kind of like running from it.
Who called?
God called.
What? I thought it was like a phone call or something.
Yeah,
like
he
someone
called
was
her on the phone.
Ring, ring.
He's got an app now.
like, you're up. You know, seminary school. Oh, that's
Seminary
dope.
school,
That's
yeah,
dope. Well,
yeah.
listen, congratulations to you.
Congrats to you.
When do you graduate?
Whenever I choose to.
Okay, all right. I mean, it's not like
it's
a year or anything. Or...
Yeah, no, it's at my pace.
Oh, okay. All right,
Yeah.
all right.
When do
Whenever
you
I-
want to graduate?
I don't know yet.
Okay. Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, whenever I'm ready.
Yeah, that's it.
Take your time.
Do
Take
it
your time.
right.
Yeah,
You
take your
can
time.
do it, baby.
Yeah, take your time.
I love it
That's
when you
all.
guys sing to me.
You know what I'm saying?
We do everything together.
Take your time. That's it.
So
Come
Rock,
on. Yes.
I just want to give a shout out to Michelle Marie. She's one of the people that's in our chat. Unfortunately, her mom passed away
Oh, that's terrible. Prayers to
My
you.
condolences.
on Tuesday. I believe it was Tuesday morning.
Okay.
Wow.
Damn. Yeah. Listen, big shout out to you. Sorry about that. You know, you're amongst a lot of people that went through that.
Yeah.
You know, that situation. It happened to me. You know, and I know how painful it can be. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And,
Yes.
You know, if you need to reach out or just shoot a text or whatever, conversate. You know, I'm here for you. You know what I'm saying? I've
We're
been
with
through
you.
it. You know, we're all here.
Yeah.
I can guide you through that situation. You know, it doesn't get in that situation. It doesn't get.
Easier.
Yeah. It
Even
just.
if you are an adult.
Yeah, you just get used to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You always have the hole, but you just kind of get used to the situation.
Yeah.
That's what's going on. So, you know, when my mom died, Red Alert called me. You know what I'm saying?
remember you t- yeah.
He talked me off a cliff because I was done. He's like, but he had been through the situation, and you know, people need to do that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If you're going through a situation like that that's brand spanking new, then you want to make sure that you know, that you mentor the person through these,
Right.
you know, through what's going on. So that's kind of what's happening. Hold on, Lays is calling. Hold on.
Anyways.
Hold on, Lays. Let me get you connected to the board. Hold on. Hold on, my man Lazy. Lays
Lazy
in the
Lays.
house. Hold on. He's doing some big stuff this weekend, too.
Oh, some good announcements.
Yeah.
The show at Coney
Come
Island.
on, there you go.
What? Okay, I'm not gonna spoil it.
Spoil
Harry, shut up.
it. Dude, come on.
Boo.
Cast yourself.
Yo, Lazy Lays.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, Lays.
Yeah.
What's up, brother?
Hi, Robin.
Hi, Legs.
What's up, Gary? What's up, guys?
What's up?
Hi.
So I'm here working on the noise gate ratio on my Roadcaster, so if I
Yeah, I
sound a
can
little
hear
wacky.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, we hear a lot going on in the background.
Yeah, I'm working on it, but I'm just trying to get it back to normal. But listen, man, so you know what? I'm going to work on it, and I'm going to call you guys back. 'Cause it's a little wacky.
All right.
This sounds crazy.
That's a
All
bet.
right, guys.
All right. Yes, indeed. Lazy Lazy's in the house.
That's it. Ladies.
So now, spoiler alert. Okay. So, yeah, they're doing a big show out in
Nobody
Coney
heard
Island.
me.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, they're doing a show. Matter of fact, they did Summer Jam, actually.
Yes, they did, yes.
MOP did Summer Jam, which
They
was
had
crazy.
Summer Jam?
Yeah. In the hurricane.
Yeah.
Nobody
This year?
cared. Yeah, they had it last Sunday.
They still
Wow.
showed up. They still showed up.
And people came out. Nobody cared about the hurricane.
Where
that
was it?
that was not out in the Meadowlands, right?
Oh, okay.
It was out in Jersey.
Yep.
Who was on the Summer Jam screen this year?
I don't. You know what? I'm gonna tell you.
A lot
I know
of new
A
people.
Boogie was there,
A lot of new people.
but after that, I don't know. And I
You
think
know that
I
Summer
think,
Jam screen is very
Revealing.
legendary. Yeah, legendary.
and I think they came out with Busta,
Yes.
and I know Remy was on
Yes,
stage with
yeah,
them,
yeah.
and they did Annie Up.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's what's up.
yeah, and then this week they're doing the place out in Brooklyn. They're going to be in Coney
Are you
Island.
gonna be there too?
No. I think that's Sunday, right? No, it's Saturday. It's tomorrow.
It's Saturday at, I think, 4 p.m.
Yeah, they're doing it tomorrow. Sunday, I'm going to be at the Universal Hip Hop Museum barbecue.
Yep.
And I'm going to perform there.
Oh, we going to do okay?
Yeah, I'm going to light it up.
Light it up.
Yeah, I'm picking up the mic on that.
That's
one.
it.
You see what I'm saying?
Come on out, everyone.
Come on and hang. It's going to be a dope time. That's over at 149th Street and Exterior Avenue.
Right.
Right? That's where the museum is at. So I'll be there on Sunday. And I'm going to pick up the mic.
Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna be
LG is rocking.
Okay, all right. So,
His brother Big Gil is bringing out the enormous sound system.
so that's-
DJ Kev Rockwell is going to be rocking,
All right.
and I think it's his birthday.
Oh, good. That's
Yeah,
cool.
so I feel good about because I said I would perform for his birthday. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, I kept my word on that. You know what I'm saying? So we'll be there for that. But that's what's that. What happened?
I'll be there.
Yeah, good. All right, sure. All right,
There
sure.
you
We
go.
gonna be there.
Right. So,
What's merrier?
There you go.
Yes.
speaking about the Universal Hip Hop Museum, Rocky Bucana, who's the executive director, he said that last week's event with the whole 5-borough thing.
Oh yeah.
They're doing it next year.
Oh, it's
Nice.
going to be every year
Yeah,
now?
it's going to be an annual thing.
I love that.
Yeah. Maybe this time I can get on
Next
the
year,
show.
Rock, this is what I'm saying, bro.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna get to this right now. Rocky, you know me, man. You know I put it down. You know what I'm saying? I'm expecting to be on one of the shows, all right? I mean, I represent all boroughs, so I'm comfortable anywhere.
Rocky, pick it up so he can put it down.
You know what I'm saying? Don't you? I was X'd out this year. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're never
You know,
X'd out.
No. It was good because I did. No, that's Gary's shoulder. Just move your shoulder over there.
sorry.
That's it. I mean, you have to get all the way out of the way. But just it didn't work out. But it was cool because I did work because I did all the voiceovers for it. You know what I'm saying? So when people came on stage, they heard me like, yeah, and introducing such and such or whatever, and had a video it played. But today's topic, you know what I want to get into because
What is the topic?
I want to talk about. We got current events going because we have so many things to talk
That's
about.
a lot of stuff to talk about.
And I want to talk about
You want to go local? You want to go international?
I want to go Afghanistan right now.
Okay.
Let's go.
I'm gonna go right now Afghanistan.
Go open it up, bro.
Because the thing that's happening there, and I know, I think, and I know that Joe Biden had good intentions by pulling the soldiers out.
He did not. No, he didn't do that.
Who did that?
That was Trump.
That was Trump.
Oh, this is a Trump thing?
That
Yes,
was all
that
Trump.
was
Let me
Trump.
take Rod.
Okay, well, hold on. All right, damn, y'all just jumping on me and shit
I'm
early.
jumping.
Listen,
Early, this is a pounce. All right, go ahead, Gary. Facts.
Trump
Go ahead.
and these Republicans that support him, they got amnesia. What happened?
Selective amnesia.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What happened in Afghanistan is a direct result of the meeting that Trump had with the head of the Taliban when he was in office, and also when Mike Pompeo, Trump's Secretary of State, met with them. There's pictures and video.
Okay.
So that's what started it. So now this happened all of a sudden it's Biden's fault. No.
Well, I think it's because he's in office and things are not going the way the Republicans had planned because they were drawing down the troops.
Well,
Right.
By January, I believe.
right. Yes.
Right.
Yes. They were drawing down the troops.
Yes, but the total withdrawal was scheduled anyway before Biden was president.
Right. So the deal is this: did we win the war?
Did we?
Wait, stop.
Yeah.
Because we need to now expound on this now.
Yeah,
because I
please.
just found some new information.
Okay.
So, there was a bombing. 11 Marines were killed.
Right.
Rest in peace to our troops. Apparently, there was a list of people, Americans, who were given to the Taliban to release. But I think they're using them now as like bargaining chips.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a
Okay.
direct result of the old Trump
Of course.
administration.
That's exactly what that is. That's
They
exactly.
gave, and now ISIS, they're going to be working with ISIS at a certain point
Yeah.
anyway.
Right. And then didn't China recognize the Taliban
Yes,
as
yes.
China and Russia.
Yeah.
as the legitimate government
Yes,
of
China and
Afghanistan?
Russia. They did.
Damn.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't see that whole footage of all those guys jumping on the plane.
Oh, it's crazy. No, there's footage of
Jumping
guys-
on a plane?
No.
Yeah.
How about the footage
What are they doing?
of the guys falling off the plane?
Yeah, but they jumped on the
Yeah,
plane
that's
as the
crazy.
plane was taking off and the taxiing, as the plane was taxiing, everybody was running, trying to hold on, like they were going to fly like 50,000 feet in the air, just holding on.
They jumped on the wing of the plane
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. Some people died too.
Yep.
to try to get out of Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Because they knew 'cause what it is. See, once the Taliban find out that you're working with the Americans, they're gonna start executing people.
Well, I think one of the high-ranking officials is a woman, right? She's a governor or
Yep,
something like
yep.
that. And I think she was talking about how she was afraid for her life. She was going to be killed.
Yeah.
And I think was it the Taliban or ISIS that was recording people getting killed?
ISIS.
Well,
Yeah, that's
no,
their thing.
Yeah,
No
ISIS.
difference now.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
So let's get back to what you just said.
Yeah.
So the U.S. started off invading. I wouldn't say occupying.
Yeah.
They occupied Afghanistan as a result of 9/11,
Which
which was 20 years ago, almost 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
So $2 trillion has been spent to try to keep that government running.
well, the big winners are the defense contractors.
Absolutely. And the Taliban are now flying Black Hawk wing
Yeah.
helicopters now.
Dude.
They got,
What, the U.S. equipment?
yeah,
Yeah.
they got guns,
Yeah,
they got
yeah.
equipment and everything.
All that high tech U.S. equipment the Taliban got.
Yeah, they got it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Look at Ross face.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm running for president. I can do a way better job than this thing that's going
Well,
on here.
the thing is that, Afghanistan was invaded before by the Russians,
Yep.
Right.
and it didn't work out for them.
Right.
So
right.
they are no strangers to invaders. The problem is that civilization is thousands of years old, and they've been tested, battle tested already.
Right.
See, I think what they did was it was kind of genius in a way. I think someone should write a book about this in the future. How do you destroy democracy in America? You wait them out and make them spend as much money as they can.
Right. Right. Yeah.
And think about this. They were just in Congress fighting over an infrastructure bill for
Yep.
$3.5 trillion.
Yes. 3.5. Yes.
It took them 20 years to spend $2 trillion.
$2 trillion.
While our infrastructure was crumbling.
Yep.
And then when it came time to even get an infrastructure bill, they didn't want to pass it.
Yep.
So we're dying on the inside. America's crumbling on the inside, but funding a war for 20 whole years.
Right.
Thousands of people died. Thousands.
And the crazy thing about that is they basically just waited it out.
And walked right through.
Right.
As soon as
They
they said, "Oh, you gonna withdraw?" Gary, just ease up on that, okay? Give me the ball.
Yeah. You see your man over here, Mr. Saucy, not Softy, Mr. Saucy.
Gary's mad thirsty.
Today, I know though. I understand, Gary.
Okay.
No, but
Yeah.
they actually said, okay, y'all gonna draw down? all right, what day?
Yeah.
And then they walked right through and took the town over, and it was nothing anybody could do.
Well, because they waited out the economic situation, right? They waited until the U.S. had exhausted all the money that they intended to exhaust on this situation, and then the crumbling of the government happened, right? The crumbling of the government. So they're like, all right, well, now that you're done spending all your dough, now we're just going to take over like we planned to do 20 years ago.
Right. Like, they're just doing what they were going to do anyway.
Yeah, which is really crazy. And there was a report that came out that they had spent like $360 something million on planes, right, to help the Afghan government, but the planes couldn't fly, like they didn't work, and then they sold the planes for $36,000 or something ridiculous like that because it was scrap.
Right.
Basically, it couldn't. They didn't even have spare parts for the planes, so we said we wasn't going to do this again, and we did this in Vietnam, same vibe. And when we did Vietnam and the same thing happened, it was, when we pulled out, the airports were crazy. We left people behind that helped with the war that were Vietnamese people. Same thing here is happening. We did it again.
Well, with the exception of when we got tired of spending all the money in Vietnam, they started bombing them with Agent Orange and stuff.
Right.
They were like, we're not doing this. Everybody's going to get bombs.
Yeah, it was crazy.
But
Yeah, go ahead, Gary.
To go back to a point that Robin was making, when this whole thing started because of 9/11 now, the hijackers was Saudi. So Bush, for whatever reason, felt like he wants to send troops.
Iraq, because that's where they went first.
Well,
No,
it was the axis of evil, remember?
Yeah,
The axis was North Korea. It was
Saddam Hussein.
Right, right. That was Iraq.
Iraq, yeah.
And it was Afghanistan, Iraq, North Korea, and another nation, Russia, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't know exactly how we ended up in Afghanistan. I think we were there to.
Bin Laden.
No. We were there because Iraq and Afghanistan, we needed a pipeline
Yes.
to get through to fight the war.
Right.
And Afghanistan was that roadway through to get to ISIS and Iraq.
Right.
And we just stayed there so that ISIS couldn't take over.
Right.
But it doesn't matter anyway, because they're going to take over anyway.
Which is what they did. You can only spend but so much money. Your bread's only going to be but so long.
And America's about that bread, bro.
How about the president of Afghanistan? He bounced like the night before with like 100.
Wouldn't you?
He bounced with like 130
Yeah, they had to freeze the
million.
assets.
Yeah.
How much you took?
He took 130 million.
Yeah, I did the
American
same
dollars.
thing. Word up.
Yeah.
I did the same thing. Listen, this is a sinking ship, y'all. And this is my life raft. That's it. I'm taking my lifeboat with me.
Yeah.
So
what do you think about it, Sharia?
Honestly,
Go talking to the mic.
if it was up to me, I would create a law that keep the peace between all nations.
Yeah, but
Well, that's that passive
just
vibe.
not.
Yeah, it's the
That's
pastor
not.
vibe.
Yeah. I mean, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, it is.
So here in my mind, I'm sorry, Rock the cut.
No, go ahead.
So let's say Afghanistan controls the oil pipeline.
Yes.
China controls production of goods, right? Mm-hmm. And Russia controls social information because they hack.
Yep.
So we're fighting three fronts, but not in a way in which a bullet is fired. So this is a new World War III where it's not about guns. It's really about information.
Didn't what was the what's the not Edgar Casey, was the
You mean Edwin?
George Orwell? Didn't he talk about
George Orwell?
Yeah, didn't he talk about like the three
It was
World War?
It was a couple different authors that talked about it.
Okay.
One was, I think, Lansky,
Okay.
Orwell, and Milton Friedman.
Yes, I know Milton Friedman.
Yes, they talk about that.
Where that third war was going to be information. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's from social conditioning.
Absolutely. Yes.
It's funny because I watch this podcast a lot. a podcast other than ours. And they were talking about,
she's a Tubi.
I am a YouTuber. I be in these YouTube streets, bro. So, I had to make a point. I made a comment. I said, if the service is free, then you are the commodity. You are the product.
That's right.
And people are throwing themselves at these apps and these, social, social media companies. But they don't realize that they're giving away their identity to these people.
That's right.
You wake up in the morning and the first thing you grab is your phone. You got to see, and your life is based on how many likes you get.
Yeah. There was
That's crazy.
Your whole life.
There was a video called "The Report from Iron Mountain."
Iron Mountain Coffee.
No, it's called. It's called "The Report from Iron Mountain." I saw it about 30 years ago, thanks to Ice-T, Africa Islam, and my other Zulu brother DXT. And the report from Iron Mountain, one of the things they talked about in the video was this: not only the mass vaccinations, but they didn't mention COVID. Okay.
No, keep talking.
Right. They didn't mention COVID by name, but they talked about mass vaccinations. They talked about FEMA, but in that video they talked about information, how everything that you were just saying. That's what they talked about.
Right.
So I just find it pretty interesting.
Well, social engineering is not a new concept. It's been going on for, in America since the 1940s, 1950s. Well, Go ahead, Shreya.
I did a report comparing the report from Iron Mountain versus what's going on today. And it's spitting image of what, it's exactly what's going on.
It was inevitable. Just say it. It's inevitable.
It was, look, when the report from Iron Mountain was done, it was done behind the back of the Kennedy administration. And when I read it, a lot of the things that when the book first came out, they tried to say it was a hoax.
Right.
Right.
But of course they did.
Right. They tried to say it was a hoax. Simon & Schuster picked up the book and stuff like that. But if you read the book or saw the video, you will see everything that they said. Like, some people call it the script for the New World Order.
So who's the author of this book?
Leonard C. Lewin.
Okay.
So it's pretty interesting to see everything that they've written in the book that really has come to pass.
Right.
Like they spoke about the euro way before it even happened. Like, so it's literally frighteningly real, right?
But if you think about it, the elites have a design, right, for people to not fight them.
Well, that's
how do you control the assets for the world?
Like Project HARP was one of the major things that I wrote about. Pardon me. Project HARP was weather modification. And say, for instance, one was hurricane or the earthquake for Haiti.
So you think the earthquake in Haiti is manufactured?
Absolutely.
Okay.
There was, and then for what happened with down in Louisiana.
Yes.
What hurricane was that again?
Oh, you talking about the one that devastated New Orleans?
Yes.
Somebody in the chat. Somebody in the chat, help us out.
Hey, what's up, Gladys Torres? What's happening, girl?
Anyways, that when I compared that information with Project HARP, none of that Project HARP information was in that. Data was missing.
Really?
Yes, it was completely blank.
You know what I also read this week? Something that has happened that has never happened.
Hurricane Katrina. Thank you, Gladys.
Yes, that's right.
Gladys said that.
Yes.
Gladys Torres. Claps.
We should do like a a quiz show. Like what day? You know what I'm saying?
No, all we gotta do is just keep talking, and we'll just be like, "Hello, anybody in the audience, just chime in." But something has happened that has never been recorded in the history of recording weather ever. It rained in what do you call that? North? What's that? The pole.
No, the North Pole. Yeah.
It rained up there.
It rained in the North Pole.
Yes.
Rained.
Yep.
In the cold ass North Pole.
Not cold anymore.
Apparently.
No, it rained.
Yeah.
Yeah. It rained up
Wow,
there.
there you go. So if y'all think global warming's not real, then you bugging.
Right.
There's
No, the weather modification system is very real. When I compared all that data, it was comparable to the system testing.
Wow.
Right.
when you were talking about
Hard to
social,
explain. You have to look at it.
when you were talking about social engineering, there's an institute in London called the Tavistock
Yes,
Institute.
Tavistock Institute, yes.
Every major Fortune 500 company and practically every country is a part of the Tavistock Institute. So everything from your cell phone to whatever you buy.
I think this is going to be interesting. Hold on for 1 second.
Okay, Lays?
No.
Oh.
Hey, Alex, what's up?
Chilling.
Yeah, okay, hold on. You're on the podcast right now. You're live. That's my man, Alex Amestica. He just started mixing records. What's up, baby? What's happening?
Alex in the house.
Hey, I literally just called to ask you for that record. I want to listen to it again and see if there's anything else I could arrange.
All right, that's a bet. So I'm going to send that to you in the email, forward over to you, and
Cool.
and I'll get that to you in the next couple of minutes.
All right, perfect.
All
Shout
right.
out to everybody at the podcast. Hello,
Hi,
thank you
Alex.
for having me for a few minutes.
Yep. And we'll catch up with you later.
Yeah, definitely. All right, take care, everyone.
All right, peace.
All right, bye.
That's my man, Alex.
There you go.
Yeah. So
He showed a talent for arranging records. He arranged Jeff's record the other day.
That's
It was
what's up.
crazy.
You're still working, so we're going to have to talk about that soon.
Go ahead.
But go ahead.
So the Tavistock Institute, every major Fortune 500 company and probably every major country is a part of the Tavistock Institute. So everything from how you do your cell phone to what pillow you buy, like they have these real intense focus groups where they're literally about social engineering. You can Google them or you could go on YouTube and pull up all the stuff that they
Yeah.
do. It's pretty frightening. It's pretty scary. I mean, for those that don't know, but I mean, if you understand the bigger picture,
Well, see, here's the issue. And I talked to Rock. I talked to you guys about this. What is reality, right? What is reality to us? If it's being controlled by the elites, then what kind of lives are being directed? What kind of lives are we leading? Are we really free? Do we really have free will? If the powers that be
how's it right?
are controlling how we live, who we talk to, how we talk to them, what we wear, what books we read, what we watch on TV, what we see on the internet, is our lives really a free will? That's a good question.
That's a great question.
I would have to say it is an illusion of freedom, right?
There you go.
It is an illusion of freedom because you are controlled by these things. And what's key is
what kind of
it's-
vaccination you get.
Right. It's behavioral modification, right? Very passive, right? Very passive.
Now that's called social conditioning.
Social conditioning.
We're
So
in
if I put these things in front of you and I have you watch these things on YouTube, on Facebook or whatever, and put the information, that affects your thought process. And I got to tell you, I fight against that every day. Every day I fight against that because I know it's happening. I'm very aware that they're doing these things, and some things I might not be aware of, but, they control your thought process by the information that you take in, and then you react to that information. And case in point is the vaccine, right? The vaccine, they are controlling that information and putting out all these crazy things, like, it was, and holding back information, by the way, because they're not talking about the people in hospitals that are passing that get COVID that are vaccinated. They're not talking about that. They're holding information back, which means I might get muted. But Didn't mean to say that.
Right, because that's the algorithm. What are you doing?
Yeah. I didn't mean to do
You're
that.
messing with the algorithm.
But hey, William Soda, what's going on? He says, hi, everybody. Hey, Rock. There it is. That's Guatemala in the house.
Yeah, don't mess up the algorithm.
Yeah. So, but even how they approach the vaccine and the different information, they've got it so crazy, right? And I was on a show with Miss Jones the other day when we was at Hot 97, and she's like, she was kind of spewing out the information that they're saying to make you feel guilty about not taking the vaccine. Well, I took the vaccine for my kids. I took the vaccine because I didn't want to affect anybody else. I took the vaccine because of, but nowhere in her conversation did she say, I took the vaccine because I wanted to. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Sheree, go ahead.
Listen, at 7 years old, I had vaccine damage. And to this day, at 36 years old, I have to take Suboxone, which is equivalent to heroin. And
oh, shit, you were getting doped up?
No, it's a controlled substance.
So is it like an opioid? Is that?
It's non-opioid.
Okay.
It's pain management.
Got you.
Because I survived 12 major car accidents.
Right.
So it's pain management for me, but it's equivalent to that.
Okay.
But it's you know what I mean? So like for
Is it approved by the FDA?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So from vaccine damage to have fibromyalgia, because I've been in these fibromyalgia support groups, I was told, listen, try Suboxone. It helps you with fibromyalgia. So I tried it.
So hold
and
on.
this is what I take.
I want to ask
I'm
you
normal.
a question. I want to ask you a
off of
question.
it.
Is the vaccine damage
It's
caused?
equivalent to heroin withdrawals.
No.
It's what I'm saying.
Is your fibromyalgia related to the vaccine damage?
Yes, it is.
Wow.
And I got to tell you
I
something.
had gotten it.
Can somebody just tell me what that is? Because I don't even know what it is.
It's deep muscular skeletal pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
horrible.
It
feels
is.
like death.
It's hard to treat.
Yes.
Yeah.
It feels
That's
like
crazy.
death, and it's progressively it hurts.
Yeah.
It feels like death.
Sorry about that. I didn't know that was vaccines that caused
Damage.
that.
It can.
Wow.
It's not 100%. Yes, it will. It may.
No, but I'm saying, look, if someone says
I was 7 and it happened.
no, I get it, but you know when they first
it was
talked about the
MMR
vaccine,
that happened to me.
when they first talked about the vaccine, they said if we can vaccinate 70% of the population,
Right?
That's right.
then we would have herd immunity.
That's right. They said that.
So at what point do they not have 70% of the population?
Right. Because I wanted to be part of the 30%.
Right.
Right.
That's real.
But they moved the goalposts.
Of course.
And now they're saying now they're talking about breakthrough variants. You know what that means, right? The breakthrough variants, little cases, are people who have COVID, have the vaccine and contract COVID.
Yep.
And they're not studying it properly. It's underreported. So
Right.
it's a problem.
Right. And then, and you understand, I kind of based my information on what they were saying, right? Which is social engineering, right? They said 70%, we gravy. So I was like, bet, I'm going to be down with the 30%. You know what I'm saying? And then now it's pushed forward. Now they're knocking on your doors. Now
They knocked on my door.
and now they're shaming you. You're not vaccinated. Aspasia called me today, and her job is in jeopardy because she's not vaccinated.
Oh, let me tell you, I got a friend, Jewish guy, really good guy. He said he meets women online, and he he meets up with them or whatever, and he'll get with them in an intimate way,
Okay.
and then he'll say, "Listen, I'm unvaccinated."
Right. Look at this. And then she's like, they're like, oh my God, you're not vaccinated?
Yes, yes. It even affects the dating life for people.
That's like saying, back in the 80s, you did something, and I have AIDS. You know what I'm saying? It's the same reaction.
Like it's not even a vaccine. It's just a shot.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
You
all
know
of it
how
is.
old? You know how old Corona is?
Oh,
As long as they've been making Lysol,
Exactly.
right. That's right.
That's right.
Because it's on the can.
it's on the
It's on the
can.
Yeah.
So this is not.
It says
It's been
COVID.
on the can.
Yeah, it's not
They
even
didn't
new.
just print that. It's been there for years.
Yeah. We don't read. Chat rooms count. Okay, we refresh.
Read some comments.
Right. Yeah. Ah, yes. Down under. Mandy Emerald. Down under in Australia. What's going on, Mama? It's good to see you. You missed the part. You missed the part when we was talking about Baba T and his new album coming out and all that stuff.
He's the best.
Here, people greet you by asking you, "Are you vaccinated?" It's madness.
Yeah, lunacy. They call it lockdown lunacy over
Right. Like, don't ask me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to tell you, right? And now in New York, here's a big problem in New York now. They're not letting you into restaurants unless you're vaccinated now.
Well,
Isn't that a HIPAA violation?
Yes, it is. It's a HIPAA violation,
So
which we're just struggling with.
here's where people are not thinking clearly. When there's a mandate, okay, that's voluntary. It's not law.
true.
Right.
True,
That's right.
True.
It's not law. If you don't follow the mandate, you don't go to jail,
I'll go to jail. Right. Right.
right? It's not the law.
Right. But they shame your ass to death, which is
that's
really crazy.
That's part of the social conditioning. Because people don't know the distinction between law and a mandate now. So now they have to use the group to shame you.
Right.
And the media is helping them do it.
Oh, absolutely. That's true. That's so true.
Listen, I got diehard friends that were anti-vaxxers. You know, I'm sitting talking to Olsen in front of my house. We're smoking a cigar. We're talking. And he says, "Charlie, I'm going to get the vaccine." I said, "Why?" He said, "Because, the FDA has approved the vaccine. So I said I would get the vaccine when it's approved." You know, and I was like, dude, that don't mean nothing.
You know what I was thinking? Like, you know all the homeless people outside?
Yeah.
They are not dying.
Exactly.
And they're not vaccinated.
So
They are
true.
not dying,
That
bro.
is so-
No, not at all.
that is so
Can
true.
I say something?
Their
Yeah,
asses
go
is
ahead.
thriving. What's up,
I
Shamia?
live in Allentown, PA.
Yeah.
And I live on 8th and Linden. The center city of Allentown is 7th and Linden. And I'm just a block away from it. And the homeless is like right there.
Oh, they doing their damn thing. They're doing a damn
And
thing.
you know, and I help the homeless all the time. I feed them, and like I'll make a pie at 7-Eleven and you know, with my food stamps and stuff, and
That's
just go
what's
ahead
up.
and you know, feed them and
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
you know what I mean. I mean, it's free for me. I'm free for them. You know, who cares? You know, and you know, if I get sick, you know, that's best for me because I'd rather do that rather than the vaccination.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I had vaccine damage.
So have you caught COVID?
No, that's the thing. I'm healthier than an ox.
Oh, see, now I got to talk about that. Because now I got to talk about it.
Let's go.
Because today, right, I was doing a class at Interfaith Hospital. Big shout out to Interfaith Hospital. I was teaching. And
I have orthopedic issues.
and we
because of all
talked
that car
about
accidents.
the fact that I had never gotten COVID, right? And
Never had the flu?
it didn't happen to me. And I told him, because the woman, one of the nurses in the class was drinking turmeric with ginger and cayenne pepper in it and all that, right? And I said I did exactly the same thing, and I did not get COVID. You know,
CMOS.
I make it that all she had was that in there, and I did exactly the same thing because Rob was like, "Oh, you gotta get some turmeric, right? You gotta get some turmeric, right? Because I ain't know nothing about no damn turmeric."
Anti-inflammatory.
Yeah, she's like, "You gotta get you some turmeric, right?" So
CMOS
Vitamin
gel,
D.
too.
I got the turmeric, right?
Vitamin
and,
D.
and the vitamin D and stuff, and I took that every day during COVID. I made a soup every day during COVID. When I came in the house, I was outside. I go in. You know, I was masked up outside and everything when it was heavy. And then I had my turmeric soup. And I ate that all day. And then when I went to go and get a antibody test, right, to see if I had gotten COVID, I never got COVID. You know what I'm saying? And
I helped the world.
yeah. She kicked it.
You're an angel.
And then in that class, all of the women had did exactly the same thing, and none of them had gotten COVID. Now, I'm not saying it's a cure for COVID or a block for COVID, but I am saying it was very interesting to have 4 people in the room that did basically the exact same thing and had the exact same outcome. And in one nurse, she said, everybody on our night shift did that, and they did not get COVID. I found that to be very interesting.
Well,
You should talk to Dr. Fauci.
Yeah, Dr. Fauci. You know, we're gonna give him a call. Chuck Schumer. I need Dr. Fauci.
right.
I've been using CMOS.
All right, there you go.
And that has 100 or out of the 102 vitamins.
No, listen.
It
And
has
before
92.
you go, I just want to make this one point.
Go.
COVID's been around for almost 2 years, maybe longer. The air is not going anywhere.
Right.
You know, the same air they breathe in Australia and South America. We're not in a bubble. Air flows everywhere. 2 years.
Yeah.
If you haven't had it in 2 years, I'm not saying that you're 100%, okay, but just keep your mask on because there's some nasty people out here.
Right. And wash your hands.
Look, I've every day I drink my ginger tea.
CC Jackson, what's up? She says, hey, CC. Hey, y'all, like the stream so I can see it.
All right.
Yes.
Look, everybody come in and smash that like button.
That's right.
We're here to monetize this show.
That's right.
Because we need dough.
We need that dough.
It's expensive.
Come on. Like and share. That's what I'm talking about.
So, I've drank my ginger tea every day.
Yeah.
Actually, ginger tea with
Turmeric.
Turmeric, right?
Right.
And I've take my vitamin C every day, and I've had probably 5 different COVID tests, and
Negative every time.
negative.
No, but I think
every time.
there is a direct correlation between how we manage our own health.
Oh,
There we go.
Yeah,
That's right, because we
it
out
happened
here.
so quick I didn't see it.
Look,
It
we
might have been
put in that
CC
work
Jackson.
now.
Word.
We put in the work like
like
this, like the show. Look, we love you, but you gotta love us back. Okay, we gotta see it. But no, but they always attributed people who die from COVID for having underlying issues,
Right.
which means that their health is failing because they don't take care of themselves.
right.
You have to.
And it looks like anybody who is really on top of really boosting their immune system is thriving and surviving out here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's all I'm suggesting, that people just pay more attention to how they take care of themselves.
But here's the interesting thing: when this whole COVID stuff started, and we talk about social conditioning, people went to rush to go get toilet paper.
It's going to be another lockdown, though.
Oh yeah, I believe it's coming
Get
too.
ready.
Right, I believe it's coming too.
What was the deal with the toilet paper rush?
Well, wait, hold on. So people were rushing
And water.
Right, people were rushing to get toilet paper, but then the vitamin section is full.
Right.
Isn't that backwards?
Yes.
Right.
Well, not in the black community, it wasn't.
At all.
Not in the community. Not in the community.
So I understand that maybe, you're a little concerned about it, right? And you're like, well, I got to get some toilet paper. I got that. Okay, cool. I didn't get the water part, right? I just felt like, okay, everyone ran to get water, right? It was crazy. The water was brought out. But hold on. Turn on your faucet. You got water.
No,
Like, what's the problem?
So here's what I'm thinking. And because we're in New York City, we're surrounded by water. So if anything happens and people want to leave to go to the mainland, they need a go-to bag. They need a go bag.
Okay.
And water is part of that go bag.
So they was ready to run.
Right. That's the first thing you think about. Like,
True. Hydration.
right. Like if I need to go to the mainland, how much water do I need in order to make it to the mainland and to higher ground or to hide?
Right.
But-
I just think they were buying water during
And
COVID.
it's instinctual to urban people.
Okay. Right.
In my assessment.
Because I was just like, let me just turn the water on. Like, I'll drink some.
No, because
I
there's-
drink bottled water.
No, years ago, especially during 9/11, I remember this. I had a friend of mine talk to me. She said that there are signs outside that tell you what direction to
Evacuation.
go. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I never knew. I never paid attention to it. And I'm like, oh, so this is where you need to go to get to the mainland.
Right.
She says, yes, this is, it's, and I'm looking at the signs like,
it's been there.
It's always been there.
Absolutely.
Always.
I know the evacuation signs. Like, I kind of know where they are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it tells you where to go. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a big deal. Because in New York, if anything happens, they can lock you down instantly.
Yeah.
New York is a giant jail.
Absolutely, yes.
Especially
Right?
the island, like here.
Oh, right, exactly. I mean, you got to remember that Queens, Brooklyn, and Long Island are all one Long Island, right? Just broken up by borders.
Yep.
But it's all one piece. You can go from the tip of Brooklyn all the way out to Montauk, to the end of Long Island, and never cross a bridge.
Cross the bridge. That's
right.
That's
and then the Bronx is the only borough that's connected to the continental United States.
That's true.
Right. And then everything else is an island. Staten Island, Manhattan Island, all that is islands.
Yep.
So, we kind of live in a situation that if they decide, like they did in 9/11,
it'll be Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
They locked it down, right? Because in 9/11 they were going, here we go. All right, we are now, Mandy says, we are now in 10 weeks of lockdown, and our lockdown got extended yesterday until the 25th, October 25th. The new toilet paper craze is bottled water now, so they're going off on the water. But I get that. Australia's like a desert, so I can kind of understand the bottled water situation there. You know what I'm saying? But that is really bananas. I'm going to go to commercial.
Go on a commercial.
And
we're going to segue into another topic.
Absolutely. We're going to swing into the next topic. Okay. And then we'll do that. So we'll be right back, and we'll see you guys in about 60 seconds. All right, y'all. So right now it's Sunday night, 12:01, and me and Robin, we're starting this fast thing, right? We're going to fast. We're not going to eat until Wednesday. Just got home, no problem. I mean, we had, we went out, we ate. I ate a good dinner, and I'm full, watching some TV. But it is now 12:01, April, I think the 5th. We're not going to eat for about 3 days. So far, so good. I'm feeling pretty good. I ate today, so it's not a big deal. And we'll see how it works out for tomorrow. But, for the most part, I'm in good shape. But at 12:01, I wonder what is Robin doing.
Fasting, cleansing, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I'm going to get some juice. It's going to be my first juice of the day. I wonder what Rock's doing.
Feeling kind of hungry right now. Right now, I'm feeling a little uncomfortable. Robin called this morning and cussed me out for about 30 minutes, talking about the eggs were talking to her or something. All right, so I've hit my first little wall. I'm gonna go get me some juice.
Rob, go to hell. I figure out a way to make my own juice. Hold on. I am at Whole Foods because they don't have juice at the juice bar. What kind of shit is that? I'm gonna figure it out. I don't know what to do yet, but I'm gonna try.
We're coming up on 48 hours, no solid food. I had that soup that I made. It was just vegetable broth, turmeric, cayenne pepper, and I did add garlic cloves to it, but I didn't eat the garlic.
I like this tea. I like this Get Clean tea. Let's see. Well, you know what tea I like for Rock? I like this tea for Rock. Get lost, punk.
This is my first step in preparation for the cleansing. I usually start with water.
Oh my God.
Did you want a ginger shot? Or?
No, I don't want a ginger shot.
What I did was I took some cucumbers and some lemons, and I put it in a gallon of water.
I don't want that damn juice
that I bought from the supermarket. And now I'm going to place it in the refrigerator.
Robin, this is me. Rocky's got me on some shit right now, trying to do this fasting.
I'm making the soup. I'm fasting on Wednesday. I'm making the soup. That's the vegetable broth. I made it through day 2. No solid food. I'm good. I wonder what Robin's doing.
I am on day 3 of my fast, and I am almost done. I got my wine and everything, just for 12:01.
I've eaten nothing. I got a headache. I'm hating the world right now. I wonder what's Robin doing.
Look at this spread here. This is what I'm doing today, and oh yeah, I still got one more juice to do, but I'm gonna do it later. But now, I'm waiting for my meal today.
And we are back. So
that's gonna be us again.
It gotta happen
in the
again.
wintertime.
You know, you saw like I had the turmeric in my thing, so on and so forth. So we're going with the question is, I want to know, because I was having a conversation earlier this week. By the way, in the chat room, I need an opinion chat room. Hold on.
Oh, good.
I have glasses.
Oh. Yeah, come on, come through with the glasses.
I don't know.
Look, Professor Rock.
Like, how do these look, guys?
Professor, wow.
I want to know, like, how these look, you know.
Hi, guys.
You know what? We're going to get you some new frames, though.
Yeah.
We're going to get you some Martin Scorsese joints.
Yeah, like, if this doesn't work, I need the thick frames. I need the dope shit.
Yeah, you need one of them. You need those Martin Scorsese frames.
Yeah, let me know in the
chat room. What do you think, so? What do you think, guys?
They look fine, but you need a little bit more pizzazz.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you need some spark, right?
You need those big director glasses.
I just bought some myself. I just spent like $400 on these really nice frames. I'll bring them in next time.
Yeah, there's a website that makes like these frames really cute. Cute frames.
Get the transition lenses so you don't have to buy.
The ones that turn like shades.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I definitely need to do that. So the question is, right? And I was having a conversation with somebody during the week, and they were like, it seems like the men actually want to have instead of having a relationship, they want to have a mother, right? Someone to take care of them. And I'm sort of curious, like, what's happening to our young people, right? Because I'm used to actually, if I'm gonna go out with somebody, I'm used to, okay, you know what, I got the bill, not the Dutch thing. I'm not looking for anybody to take care of me. I can take care of myself. But what is it? But and I can't even remember the person I was talking to because I would say the name. But
don't snitch.
No, yeah, I'd rather out.
You got a problem out here with that.
and she was saying that in the dating scene, right? She's been dating, and the men that she's been meeting have been men that want her to take care of them. You know what I'm saying? That they don't want to work. They have no ambition, right? They don't want to be men. So my question is, like, what is happening with our young people, right?
They need mentors.
Is there a switch that's happening?
No.
What's going on?
Robin.
All right, yeah.
Robin.
Look at Robin.
It doesn't matter how old a man is. I met a guy. He was 57 years old, and he could not wait. All he wanted to do was get into my house. I have to talk to my daughter. We have to have a talk because she moved into her own place, and the moment she moved into her own place, men were calling her from everywhere, like, "Oh, what you doing? How you doing? Hey, big head. Hey, big head. What you doing?" And they're like, "I like your place. Like, are you dating?" It's not about, I don't think it's a son-husband thing. That's a whole separate issue.
Right.
I think that it has to do with economics. Because if a man is not where he needs to be, he's going to shack up with the first woman who can provide for him until he can get on his feet. And when he gets on his feet, he's going to be out.
It happens all the time.
I call it bed hopping.
Bed hopping.
Bed hopping.
Yeah, it's
Alrighty
like
then.
monkey barring.
Right.
Coin the phrase, bed hopping.
It's a bed hop. Because really, basically, you want 3 hots in a cot. Because you don't have the money to sustain yourself.
Right.
A lot of people are struggling.
So now that she's gotten her apartment, guys are calling her, and they basically want to come into her
I've been dealing
apartment.
with this for 30 years, damn near.
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
30 years. I've been, my first apartment, no, longer. Wait, my first apartment was in 1991.
Okay.
That's 30 years, right?
Yeah,
Is it 30?
just about.
And ever since I got my place, it didn't matter where it was. I was in the projects too. And they were like, woo.
You got your own place.
Yeah. Yeah.
They try to gate with you, and
Yes.
it's like,
Once they see that I'm a single person and I'm, they don't have to pay
try to-
rent. Wait, that's another thing. They assume they don't have to because they feel like if they can lay the pipe right, they're doing
They ain't got
their
to pay
job.
no bills. Right.
They try to.
You're like, that shit ain't got nothing to
That's
do with
prostitution.
it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
all right, Robin.
Like,
Robin.
and that is so crazy to me because I never felt like that, right? I never felt like I wanted to live with somebody. You know what I'm saying? And me and my brother, we were having this conversation the other day, and I told him, I said, listen, B, you know, what I need you to do, what I need from, he was going through a situation, and he had lived with a woman, and then, you know, stuff went south, and then she kicked him out and all that stuff. I said, B, get your own place. I said, you got to have your own place. Now, he was paying rent in the situation. He was paying his way because he was working. I was like, take that money, get your own place, and then let them come live with you. This way you can't get kicked out.
Yeah, but okay, so at what age is it appropriate for a man to be on his own?
17.
On his own.
At 17.
Doing what? At 17. Okay, because
18. As soon as you can sign a lease.
Well, the thing is that we talked about this before.
And I will chime in on this.
A man's earning potential is at its highest at 32.
Okay.
So at 17, that's pretty much almost half that age. What is he going to make monetarily to have his own place?
Well, I mean, is he?
If he does not inherit the money, he is going to be struggling working really minimum wage jobs.
Well, who's he living with in the first place?
His mom, more than likely.
He's leaving.
Well, does he have a mom?
Well,
I mean, it kind of doesn't matter, right? Because at 17, right? Unless I was fortunate at 17, I was fortunate at 18. As soon as I became 18, 17, 18, I left my house. I left. And I went straight to an apartment, right? But I was a rare 17-year-old because I had the money to do it, right?
You were a middle class kid.
Yeah, I was a middle class kid, and I was doing stuff, right? But I mean, legal stuff. I was doing music and I was making money, and then I was working, and I had enough income to actually, you know, pay the rent where I was moving to. You know what I'm saying? And it was a big deal for me to become independent, to do my own thing. But the reality of it is, as a man, if you live with somebody else, right? And I don't care who you live with. If you live with somebody else, here's your issue. Your issue is this. It's not your place. It's not your place. So if she decides or he decides or whatever's happening to throw you out, you're going to be thrown out, and then you're going to bed hop, right? Because now you got to find another sponsor.
Not only that, but you're homeless. Let's just go with that.
Right, you're homeless.
Right.
You're homeless. You have to bed hop because you're homeless. That's the bottom line.
Oh, here you go. Hold on. Hillary De La Moff says,
"Oh my cousin.
Love that voice, Robin."
You like me, horse?
That's my cousin.
Hillary loves the horse voice.
Oh my God.
Karen Brewer says, my son lived with me until 29, saving for his own house. See, I like that. $60,000 deposit on a new place.
But that's the point. That's the point.
But that's
the point is that you never raise your son to be your husband. You raise him to be his own man.
Right.
And you tell him you have to follow a financial goal. I'll keep you here. You can stay here as long as you make the money you need to make so that you can have your own, whatever that is.
Right.
You can give them a timeline or they can just establish one. But as far as I'm concerned, no child over 30 should be living with their parents.
Yeah, I concur.
Look,
I mean, if a man, I'm just going to say it cold. You know. If you're a man and you're 30 and you still live with your mama, that's kind of an issue for me. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, if you're a man and you're over 30 and you don't have kids, right? And you're 40, you don't have kids, or 50, you don't have kids. Me and you can't really conversate because you don't understand my struggle. You don't understand the desperation of every day having to get out there and feed your family.
But there's a twisted side to this that we should explore as well. So there's mothers who's never dated or have a man and they use their sons as a husband.
Yes,
that's true.
Yes.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
I think I know one, but yeah,
I know a few.
Right.
Big shout out to Janine.
So that's
My sister's gonna kill me.
No, but she's not the only one though. She's not the only. I mean, you did snitch though, but she's not the only one.
Yeah.
You did straight Fat Joe shit right there.
Fat Joe.
Yeah, we gotta talk about the Fat Joe situation after
You
this.
just did some whole Fat Joe shit.
You
But
just snitched again.
busted. No, but there are women who refuse to live their own lives for whatever reason, and they use their sons as kind of like husbands.
Right.
That's true.
Which I think is foul.
Very foul.
And criminal.
Because they can't be men for the women that they need to have in their lives.
Absolutely.
Right, you can't have no children with your mama.
To
Go ahead. I mean, I guess you can, but it's kind of weird.
Not in a healthy way.
Not in a healthy way.
To Rock's point.
Oh wait, hold on. I'm just going. I want to address the chat room.
Okay.
My son. This is Tonya Courtney. She says my son lives with me at 25. I'm letting him stack up before he moves out.
That is correct.
Exactly.
That is correct.
Let him stack up that paper.
So,
Now,
to
Go ahead, Gary.
I didn't leave home till about 20, right? So I've always found it real weird that these guys would want to shack up with women that don't want to do anything, because I'm not cut from that. So it's just, so I that's like just very foreign. But when I hear these older guys that they want to lay up in a woman's house and not do anything, right? I'm like what kind of man? Like, there's no ambition, there's no nothing.
Yeah, but it's
to your point, Robin, to what you said about they feel like as long as they lay the pipe, then okay, they can lay around.
Right.
And then to that point too, there's some women that let that happen.
That's what I was about to tell you.
Because I'm gonna hit the chat room in a minute, but say it.
No, I think that women are also to blame because we don't vet the men properly.
I agree with you. I totally agree with you on that.
There's dysfunction that people live with.
Yes.
Right? That and a lot of women believe that relationships complete them.
And
it doesn't matter who it's from, as long as he gives her attention.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell women, sorry, my voice is all messed up, but I'm gonna be
sexy, Robin. Stop it.
Sexy.
I'm gonna be as
sexy.
You see me, baby.
It's the liquor talking.
No. I'm gonna be as measured as I can, so my voice doesn't break. But a lot of people validate themselves by the person they choose to be their partner.
That's true.
And men have one motivation: they need 3 hots in a cot, and a woman needs motivation because she doesn't want to be alone.
Right.
And I think with that, those two are incompatible because they both have different outcomes.
That's right.
The outcome is never good for the woman.
I agree with you.
Because she's only a stepping stone.
I agree
To
with
the next thing.
Right.
That's right. I totally agree.
Right. So she has to vet the guy.
Well,
he can't just go up in her house, bro.
Well, yeah.
All right, go ahead, Gary. Go. I love this. And then I'm talking to the chat room.
She has to vet the guy properly, but there are okay.
Yeah, don't be touching the mic.
Okay. There are countless.
Damn, Gary.
There are countless stories or countless situations where women have let the guy be the stepping stone. Well, where the woman is a stepping stone for the guy. And she thinks that I guess he's going to do the right thing by her, but then when he gets to whatever point, then he moves on to the next one.
I got a confession to make. I got caught out there like that. I
Your
did.
drink fell, Gary.
My drink.
Okay. You gotta,
If the computer fizzes out, you'll know what happened, y'all.
No, they ain't nothing.
Sharia, your computer fell.
Yeah.
What's happening over there?
Your shit is getting wacky on the other side of the table. I better go to the chat room. Hold on.
No. Oh, go ahead.
Right. So Barry, DJ Storm, my brother, he said that's my point, and I'm gonna back it up to what he said. He said they took away our means to make money by removing trades from high school, gave women Section 8, and made the government the man of the house. Karen Brewer says, doesn't matter how good he lays that damn pipe, the man should still be able to be a man and put it in.
No, but you have to realize.
I better flip this over because I gotta pee.
Go ahead, Robin.
So that's that cranberry juice. But go ahead anyway. So the problem is that The generations that have been brought up by the guise of you need to have game. You have to have game because you don't have money. And if you have game, you don't need to do much but say good things and do the right stuff.
Tell her what she wants to hear.
Right.
Gotcha. Right.
You and they vet women. They vet the women to see how low their self-esteem is, to pick and choose which ones they want to lay with.
Right.
So rich men don't have that issue. They don't need game. The money is their game.
The money's their game, right?
They don't have to say a word.
That's right.
The money speaks for them. The poorer you are, the more effort you have to put into your game. Right. What the fuck? Really? I forgot about you. You must have peed from down like the hall or something.
Yeah, I'm pretty instant.
Like instant coffee. You like Maxwell House of Peers.
I'm like, oof, done. That's it. It just comes out as a blast. It's a blast, and I'm done. Like,
no, I'm just saying.
In your cup.
No, but I think
yeah, like I don't have to touch it and feel it to make it happen.
No, but I'm doing that to say, I'm saying that to say that men glorify the pimp Donald Goines mentality.
Right.
And when they do that, what they do is they say, well, I'm going to provide the woman what she thinks she needs. And she's going to do, because women, you give a woman a little bit, she'll give you a lot.
True.
She'll give you a lot.
True.
You tell her what she needs to hear.
That's true.
And you make her feel a certain way.
True.
She'll bend over backwards for no effort.
True.
So I think right now what we're seeing is an abundance of people who are out here who are incomplete as human beings, trying to play games with each other, really. Women are misconstrued about the intentions of the man because they don't ask. They're like, you know what? He's giving me attention. He's giving me time because he has all the time in the world.
Right.
He don't do anything.
He's not making money, so all he has is time.
Right.
Alice. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He's laying the pipe and he's available anytime I need him.
Yeah.
Right.
She's not thinking that this is not the right road to go into.
It's non-sustainable.
She's filling a void that he can't fill anyway.
Right.
That's powerful right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I can tell you straight, like, women that have that expectation hate me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, here's the deal. Listen, I ain't trying to be up under you.
Right.
I'm not doing all that. I got stuff I got to do.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? I got to go make money. I got to go make a life. I got to create things. I got to create things, right? So the up under you concept in my space doesn't work. So I become hated, right? It's like, damn, like, well, you don't call.
I can relate to that.
No, I don't call. You know, I mean, when you coming? I'm coming when I'm done doing what I'm doing. You know, like, but maybe I might be tired. You know, like.
It's a false expectation.
It's a false expectation.
But it has nothing to do with you.
Right. Okay.
That's all on them.
Right. 100%.
They're putting that on you, and they're blaming you for not filling that expectation.
The expectation.
Very true.
And here's where I'm at with it. I'm like, why would you even want somebody that has nothing to do?
And what do you talk about if you're up under each other all day?
And you have nothing to do.
Like, if you have a life, you at least bring your experiences back
To have the conversation.
Absolutely.
But if you're under each other all day, then what do you really have to do? What do you make shit up?
Those are all
You're going to do the crate challenge, the milk crate challenge?
Yeah, let's do something. DJ Storm says, whatever you give a woman, they multiply. And that's true,
Absolutely.
right? And here's I want to expound on that a little bit, right? Because it's so true. But he missed something he should have said.
Okay.
If you give a woman love, then that will multiply.
That is true.
But if you give her hate, that will multiply.
No, but,
you know what I'm saying?
no, but everything is proportional.
Right.
Everything is proportional when you're dealing with a person who only deals in feelings and not logic.
Feelings.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right. That's true.
How do you know what the rules are when a person doesn't go by rules that
haven't been established?
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's absolutely right.
Absolutely.
That is a good point.
Sharia, what you want to say?
I was saying that feelings
I got to hit
change.
DJ Stone one more time. What did you say, Sharia?
I said feelings change.
My brother said smoke weed.
People change.
I did.
No, people change.
People change.
Feelings change.
Yeah,
too.
feelings change. The problem is that with men, it's not even a problem because I understand the concept. Men, when men make a commitment or make a decision, it is solid, right? Mm-hmm. Their word is bond. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Women change their minds all the time
because they're emotional creatures.
We'll see.
Go ahead, Gary. Man. Go ahead, do that Jeff shit.
Come on, Gary.
See, men, even if the woman is, I guess, a fucked up one or what have you, men know what they're dealing with, right? They know. If he tells you that he doesn't know, he's lying. Absolutely. Men know exactly the type of woman that they're dealing with.
Well, men need to know what they're doing, period, because if you don't know what you're doing, you will die.
Well, listen, what I'm saying is that
I can only say, you know, Kaiser Sosa's a motherfucker. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I'm good.
So, in terms of the women, whatever type of woman that a guy chooses, he knows exactly who she is, right? Now, men tend to be more logical. Women are more emotional, right? That's why you get some of these guys who can talk to her and make her feel good. You make her feel good, she'll bend over backwards like 3 times over to do whatever.
Right. Yeah, and like I was saying, it happened to me. It can happen to the best of us. Ladies, you can be as smart as you can, but at a certain point you will get bored, and the guy who is the least presentable will kick game to you. And he will be that guy for the moment. You know what I'm saying?
For the moment.
No, but that moment can be years.
Yeah.
Okay? And years, let me tell you about time. Money comes and goes, but you can never get back time.
Never get back time. You never get back time.
Listen,
That's absolutely.
I was married for a short period of time, but I was with him for almost 10 years, and I can't get that back. So every little red flag that I see, I back off.
Yeah, but
I get too scared.
No,
and
but
like,
let me offer you some advice, because you're how old? 30 what?
36, going on 37.
You got a long life, but what you're gonna find out in the next 20 years is there's a philosophy where when you build a wall, you can build a wall so high that nobody can penetrate it. But that isolates you from getting what you need.
Kind of like Frozen.
Yeah. Well, I didn't take it from Frozen, but just know that you can build your emotional wall, but the person that's looking to get to you will never be able to climb it. Yeah. So open your heart. It may not be your time, but invest in you. You go into seminary school, whatever makes you happy. The person who is meant to be for you will never want to change you.
I'm into poly relationships, to be honest with you.
All right, what is poly relationships? Just now we gotta get clear.
Poly relationships is more or less where everybody's on the same
It's community dick.
Not community dick.
Robin, no, it's not.
It's community dick.
She said poly relationships. But wait,
poly
poly is multiple.
Okay.
All right, now I gotta define it.
Let's be clear. Okay, finish.
My ex-husband is remarried, and so he has his wife, and we have our children, and
you have kids.
Yeah, I have 2 children.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're 2 beautiful children. Oh my God, they're my everything.
You gave birth to them?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Okay. 2 beautiful black children.
Okay.
Yes, I'm white as can be, but yeah.
No, it's fine.
Black children, and they're 7 and 8, Penelope and Skylar. And
I just want to address this immediately, right?
Yeah.
Because Karen Brew was like, poly, hell no, I don't share. So we need clarity on what this poly deal is.
Okay, poly.
And then Robin, after Robin spoke, she said, Tony Courtney said, "That's real talk, Queen." Robin's like, "Queen Robin." Now, what does this poly say?
Okay, everybody has a part. I'm not in a poly relationship at this moment, but it's something that I want because everybody has their part. You know what I mean? Because, you know, you have the children.
What part are we talking about?
Rock, you believe in poly relationships too.
Can I just say, can I chime in here?
So Rock knows, but he wants one too. So let's just go.
Everybody has their part. You know, you have the children. You have the children that are doing their homework. You have someone doing the dishes, someone doing the cooking. You have someone mowing the lawn. You know, everybody doing their part.
It's a community. It's community.
Wait, hold on.
But just not community.
All right, wait. So I'm sorry, Gary. Go ahead.
It's not perverse.
No. So listen.
What's perverse about dick? This is perverse about dick.
Wait. Let me
clarify, Gary.
Family.
I'm gonna deal with it. Go ahead, go. Because I like that, but we're gonna talk about it. Go.
Yeah.
So
it's about family. Come on.
Family Bozak.
I'm here trying to be a pastor, girl.
Listen. Poly. So dealing with
you put a little bit too much liquor in your drink.
That's what it's for.
That's what it's for.
Sorry, Gary.
Cheers, girl. Cheers.
All right. So a poly relationship.
Mandy said she's kicking him out.
Nowadays, or what has happened within the last 2.5 years, poly has been sort of the trendy thing to do, right? Now, poly deals with multiple people.
No shit.
Right? Hold on, wait a second.
Go ahead.
Now, there's what's called a poly triad, where it's you and 2 people, so it's 3. Now, what has happened within the last 2.5 years, 3 years, everybody's looking at, a lot of the new people are looking at poly as just a sex thing. Whereas those people that are more knowledgeable and experienced in poly, they're looking at it as the dynamic in terms of building. So it's
economic empowerment.
It's economic empowerment. It's building a family.
That is some bullshit.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Let me tell you why.
Robin, no.
Let me tell you why.
No, it's not drunk.
No, it's not.
Let me tell you why.
No, we're not drunk on the show.
No.
Go ahead.
No, let me tell you why. Because in the triad you're talking about,
right?
There's a married couple and one person they bring into the relationship.
Well,
wait, hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
Now, in this particular instant, they only want access to that one person whenever they feel like it. But that outside person can't bring anybody else into that relationship. So it's controlled.
Well, Robin, when you have, there's a dynamic, right? There's a dynamic. So, and to your point of what you're saying, one of the problems with poly relationships nowadays is you do get married couples or couples that are together that just wants that girlfriend to use whenever they want. That's not what I'm talking about.
Okay. So let Steven Spielberg come in and direct this movie because it doesn't work.
So say for instance, if I have this one person who has a girlfriend already, and
sorry,
I'm with you. Go ahead.
And
we're here.
I have a boyfriend already.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Now it's fair.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's 2-on-2.
Please let there be condoms involved here.
We're all tested and we're all negative.
All right. Okay, but you're all raw. You're going raw, but that's okay.
Go raw dog. Go ahead. Just go through it.
That's established.
And we're all a team.
No, go ahead. I love this.
And I love this fucking sport. We're all a team. Yeah, go ahead.
Do you all wear like the same shirts with the same colors when you go out?
With names on your back.
I'm just saying. We're trying this out here.
No, go ahead. But because Karen Brew was like, so only one dick in the house? The rest women? She's like, nah. But go ahead. Because now you got to explain your situation. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to talk after you talk. So explain it.
Well, I'm just hypothetically speaking here. That's all I'm doing.
No, it's fine.
Go ahead.
I thought you were speaking from experience, but all right.
No, I'm
you
not.
go off.
Go ahead. Do it from an academic standpoint.
I'm abstinent. I'm sorry. Sorry to burst your
Did you hang your jersey up in the bleachers?
For about 6 months.
Shit, I've been 6 years, so.
Oh shit, girl.
Yeah, you can't fuck with Robin. She's an MVP.
I got willpower now.
She's an MVP, baby.
I work on muscle memory.
There you go. Now I'm gonna address it. In a minute. So just tell me your situation, because I understand this poly thing, but you know.
So so we're working on the 6-month thing. So say for instance, you have.
Go ahead, Gary. Come on, Gary. Go.
So,
Just
he
kill
wants
it.
it.
You have 2 couples, and it's me and one person, and another person and another person, and you're trying to push them together, and it's kind of like 2 kingdoms into one.
Oh, you going kingdoms here? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm good.
Because you're trying to build. You're trying to build here.
Well, you know me.
But is the relationship sexual?
Not all the time.
Is that part of it? I'm asking from your point of view.
It can be.
Okay.
It can be, as long as we're all on the same page and open. You know what I mean? As long as we're open and honest with each other.
So would that require you to perform same-sex, things?
As long as I'm open and honest with that one person, as long as I'm open and honest, that's all that matters.
Shit, my man DJ Storm says, I know a couple of Muslim brothers in Newark.
Assalamu alaikum, my brother.
And he said they got 3 wives and they're all on welfare. They rocking out. Wow. Mandy laughed at what Robin said.
It means keeping the peace between the.
There is no way you can have 3 women on welfare and be a fucking, excuse my language, I'm sorry, the algorithm.
Right.
You can't be a man and the head of a household when your women are collecting government assistance
Right,
from.
because that's not how it works. Right? Okay, so let me talk about it.
Go ahead, Ron.
But
If you're going to be in this poly relationship, marriage, right, polygamy, right, and you're going to do that, the idea is that everybody brings income into the household and everyone has a job.
And we pay taxes.
That's the deal, right?
Right.
And the reason why marriage, marriage, which is great, right? To be married is great. To be married and you with one person, that's great. But I don't think polygamy should be illegal either, because if Gary has 5 wives and someone else has 5 wives and someone else has 5 wives, and you're building,
which could be easily had,
right? And you're building children, and you're making children. Your political situation, from that standpoint, you'll become a voting bloc.
Absolutely.
Based on one philosophy.
Absolutely.
Right? Which is why polygamy is not really looked upon in the United States as something that they want to actually happen, because in Utah, they got a fucking problem.
So hold on.
Yeah.
It's a
And I'm
big
gonna tell you
problem
why.
in Utah.
No. Here's the problem.
Go ahead.
It is.
And I'm using Brother Perlite as an example because he is an acolyte of Malachi Z. York. And Malachi Z. York.
I know Dr. York.
I know York,
Right.
Dr. York very well.
See, here's the problem. When men think they're God,
Yes.
when men think they're God, they think that they can spill their seed
Anywhere.
All over the place.
anywhere.
Any age.
And any person, it could be their own seed. This is the problem that
that's
men.
wrong.
No, wait. This is the problem that men have always had with God. Men have a relationship with God that's very complicated because you are in complete opposition between your spiritual nature and your base nature, which is your sexual nature. When you let your base nature take over, you think you're God. Polygamy ultimately ends in that concept where you think you're God. Man on earth can never in the flesh be God without any type of perversion. It's a runaway train that you can't stop, okay? And it is proven over and over again that even in a polygamy relationship, when the man loses his covenant with God, he runs amok amongst the world and the children are the ones that get violated.
The
because of
victims.
it. Yes.
Right.
And you know what with that?
Sorry, guys.
No,
I just
no.
went on this whole thing.
Nah, but she's right though, right? She's right because once you lose the connection with
your divine purpose,
Right.
then I mean we've seen this repeatedly happen.
Absolutely,
right?
yes.
We've seen this in Waco.
But
Let me deal
but it
with it.
starts with polygamous relationships,
and I'm gonna deal with
The
it. I'm gonna deal.
focus
No,
is
hold on,
the
Sharia.
kids,
Sharia,
though.
hold on, wait. I'm gonna deal with it because
poly
we've already seen it, right? We saw it in Waco, right?
David Koresh,
We saw it with Jim Jones. We saw it with
Malachi York.
And we saw it with the dude that had the spaceship that was supposed to take off, and they all killed themselves.
Remember that comment?
The comment guy, right?
remember that guy.
And everybody wore Nikes. It was a bad,
that was
month
bad.
for Nikes, right? No one wanted to. The stock went down on Nikes on that.
Yeah, that
one.
was bad though, and he looked bugged.
But we saw the perversion.
Right.
Once
And
you
that's
lost the
not what I'm
connection.
trying to do.
No. Listen, I'm not saying that what you're trying to do. Not at all. But we just moved into another space.
Let's get into
right?
it.
And the space is, right? In your space right now, it's a good space, and it may always be a good space.
Right.
We're just talking about the perversion, the capability of the perversion of that space that we have seen happen already. That's all we're saying.
It's proof.
It's proof.
documented.
We're not saying that this because, right? There's rules, right? 1 + 1 is 2. There's rules, right?
Right.
But there are exceptions to every rule. So I'm not saying you're falling into what we know and what we've seen. I'm only saying that, and defining what Robin is saying is that by showing you that this has happened, that you lose your connection with the divine,
Right.
then you bug out,
Right.
because now you think you are the divine,
Right.
So now you start doing the things, the pedophile thing. You start
Because
doing
there's no rules now.
Because now there's no rules.
You think you are the God that is created, that
That's
you
right.
have now defeated God,
Right.
Well, that's
right? You've defeated God because you have embodied, right, the essence of what you think is purposeful for creating a society, a cult.
Right.
And you got to realize, all of these guys have something in common. They needed a block of people under them that they had sexual control over.
Which gives them power. The block of people gives them power, right? And in the chat room, here we go. DJ Storm says, didn't Polite just get locked up for molesting one of
That
his
was in
wives'
February.
daughter? Yeah. Anthony Wright in the house. What's up, Ant? He says, what's poppin', folks? Gary Fax is 5 deep
Tone.
in women. Get it poppin'. And he's cracking up. And then Karen Brewer said, well said, Robin. And that was before we kind of engaged.
No,
in
listen,
what we
I'm
went.
gonna tell you something. Men, and look, women have we have our own divine conflicts, but in society, men have a base relationship with godliness, right?
That's correct.
Men have the seed to present life. But God is a spiritual realm that presides over all of us, gives us laws on how to conduct ourselves. But at a certain point, and I'm not religious at all, I just know the algorithm. When a man decides that he is above that of the divine order in Scripture, he violates women and children in order to sustain his own abilities to portray who he is or thinks he is,
Right.
which is God. Men have always struggled between what their base nature. Men want to be divine,
By nature.
but their divine, their base nature.
I mean, yeah, you have Sodom.
Their
and
base
Gomorrah.
nature is at war with that.
Right.
That's why Catholic priests always have problems.
Y'all have to be in the studio, people.
Hold on. Back to you, Gary.
Back to the facts.
No, but go ahead. No, because she's right, though, right? Because, we always say, we make the joke, oh, you think with the big head or little head, right? We do that. right?
Right.
And that is the war that men have, right?
It is a war that you will never win.
And you have logic, right? You have your id, right, which is your basic instinct.
Yeah.
And then you have divinity, right? All three have to be in line in order for you to be a functioning human being.
Mind, body, and soul.
Mind, body, and soul. If that's not in line, then the perversion happens.
Right.
Right?
Very
R.E.
true. Yep.
R. Kelly, right?
No, it's not
It's
R.
Sodom
Kelly.
and-
It's
you
wait,
have
hold on.
Go ahead, what?
No. It is R.
No,
Kelly, and it's
you
not
have
R.
Sodom-
Kelly.
You have
Let me tell you.
perfect example, Sodom and
Hold
Gomorrah.
on. Hold on.
But hold on. Yeah, tell me about
You
it.
were in the bathroom for like a second.
You had to pee.
So while you were in there for a second, we were talking about how money dictates how a man doesn't need to run game.
Yes, that's true.
Okay? So I'm just saying, if a man can build capital, he can dictate the rules.
Yes.
Capital doesn't have to be money. It can be people.
Oh, because people are power.
He got to spit that game, though, in order for people to follow him, right? If you don't have the money, automatically. I'm saying that once you get that type of idolatry, whether it be money or people, you start to believe that you're better than God. See, and that's you struggling with being humble.
Right.
If you're not a servant, you can't serve.
That is correct. Listen, hold on. Gotta take that, Jewel. Because the deal is this. And here's what Robin's right? Just to clarify, you can be a leader, but you have to serve. If you don't serve, you can't be a leader.
Absolutely. I agree.
Right? You have to. You know, everybody has to be a servant in order to be a leader. Stop touching that, Gary. All right, everyone has to be a servant to be a leader, and sometimes those roles change, right? And I had said something today that was crazy, and I'm gonna coin a phrase. I'm gonna make a T-shirt. But sometimes you're the ringmaster, and sometimes you're the monkey.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? And it's okay to be the monkey, but it's okay to be the master. But sometimes, in order for you to be a greater master, you got to be the monkey. Which means is if you're not coachable to learn shit, then you lose.
But this is where poly relationships fail. Because the man who is the head of the poly triad.
But can you communicate? If you can communicate properly, be like adults, you can succeed.
I'll
like
tell you something.
me and Gary, we have been friends for over 20 years. If you can take two people like ourselves as perfect examples, and as you know what I mean, like if you can take us and put him in a incubator and as test, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just try it out.
Yeah, I got a
think it
problem with
would've
that.
worked
Let me
out.
tell you why I got a problem with that.
Why couldn't it work?
Let me tell you why I got a problem with that. Because for me, if you talk about dynastic principles, there's only one queen per household. Even in the pimp world, there's a bottom bitch for every guy who is out there with the bitches out there slinging. There's one principal woman. There's always one principal woman. And that woman runs that. She has to be completely immersed in that world, right? Where she follows her man. But those women who are under him, or under her, she is, she's the one.
Hold on, dynamic. Finish it. Because I've experienced this. Go ahead, go.
She's the one. Like the man is free to run his thing, but she's the one that keeps things under control, right? He doesn't have to do the dirty work because human nature is never, ever new. Everything's fixed. Jealousy, envy, hatred, everything is the same no matter what you do. But he's not going to be dealing with that. She's going to be dealing with that. You know why? Because she's the bottom chick.
You had concubines that.
That's true, but guess what? The queen chose those concubines.
But that's her job.
Right.
And very important.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And in my lifetime,
It's so awesome.
yeah, she does it. You know, and in my lifetime, I experienced that because when
Am I
I was,
wrong?
no, you're not wrong at all. No, we're actually ratifying your point. But you know, when I was doing the sticky in the hoods thing, when I did the sticky,
I don't have one.
oh wait, don't move.
Okay.
Just do this and put your phone here.
Put your phone there. You got an iPhone?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
Is that for any phone or
nah,
just?
just the iPhone.
Damn, that's fucked up.
Yeah, you gotta get your iPhone game up.
I'm sorry about the alcohol.
But
Yeah.
let me just look. Hold on for 1 second. I'll tell you. Now you all busted my train of thought.
Go ahead.
You'll get it back.
Yeah, no, I won't.
I'm gonna bring you
Fucking
back.
56.
I'm gonna bring you back.
All right, where was I at?
So, women who are okay, let's put it this way: two queens cannot rule one kingdom.
Okay, I got it. I'm
Why
good.
not?
I got it back. I just got
Why
it back.
not?
No, wait. I got it back. Don't
Why
let me lose it
not?
again. Because
Because
when I hold on, Sharia, hold on,
Robin.
Sharia, wait.
Trust me.
Robin.
Wait, give me a minute.
Trust me when I tell you.
Give me a minute.
Perfect
Listen,
example.
I'ma beat it.
Trust me.
Perfect example. This show.
I forgot
No,
again.
I don't
This
care
show.
about TV. They wrote that.
This show.
No, they
Oh,
wrote
shit.
that. Steven
This show.
Spielberg wrote that.
This show.
The show.
The what?
This
The
show.
Crown?
This
This
show.
show. I'm
This
a
show.
queen. You're a queen.
No. But trust where you sit and trust where I sit.
You're a queen. I'm a queen.
like you're visiting,
Right.
But I'm a queen and you're
No,
a queen.
you're a queen. You're a queen in your space,
in your space.
but I'm a queen in
But
this
I'm a-
space.
But
So
still, I'm a queen.
no,
and
and
you're
I
a queen.
recognize that you're a queen. But if we were in the household, if this was a household right now,
It is.
you would be bringing in the groceries and washing the dishes.
Exactly. But I'm still doing my
And
my
I would
job.
be, you know what I would be doing? I would be making sure that the money was straight.
Exactly.
And that everybody
you're doing
had
your job.
Yeah. But you know what?
You're doing your job.
My job and your job are two different jobs.
It's still a job.
If I'm an executive assistant to Rock,
You're doing your job.
I'm doing my job. And
You're doing
you
your job.
are assistant to Gary.
You're doing your job.
Right.
And Gary works for Rock.
Right. So,
And he's doing his job to God. He's doing his job to God.
Listen.
listen.
I've been in.
submissive
No,
to God.
everybody has a role. I'm
To
just
God.
saying that there's tiers.
To God.
all day. No, there's tears.
To
period.
God.
All right, there's tears of God,
To
right?
God.
There's tears of God
There's cardinals.
And-
There's popes.
and bishops.
No, and bishops.
Right.
God.
Right.
You know,
They all have certain levels and they all
God.
perform a certain way.
and they're all servants at the end of the day.
Right.
Right?
If
They're
Rock
all
is the
servants.
pope and I'm the cardinal, then you're the bishop. Then that's what the fuck it is.
Oh shit.
Ladies
So-
and gentlemen, this is the real discussion.
I'm gonna say it right now. Hold on for one second. Let me mute her mic because she's doing the thing. You know, I'm just well, I'm no God. All right, cool.
It's just a. It's
No,
a
I get it.
metaphor.
I get it. I know it's a metaphor. But the only thing I'm gonna say is what we have to understand is no, what I was gonna say. Guys.
Go ahead.
Back to the bottom, bitch. Got it. All right, cool. I got
Go,
my train of
go,
thought.
go.
And my train of thought is this. As y'all spoke about that, I saw that hierarchy work in real time because when I did the Sticking Hoods thing, and my brother, he can attest to this. When we did the Sticking Hoods thing, we had...
The comments are popping.
Yeah, no, it's going off. When we did the Sticking Hoods thing, and we had the strippers, right? The strippers, at one point we had 21 strippers, right? And the girls, right? And they would dance and they would do the show. But what would happen was what I had to deal with was the fact that I didn't want to deal with the strippers, right? Tasha, who was my manager,
She's awesome.
she was technically the bottom
bitch.
Right. She was the one that was like, all right, y'all, we need to be here. We got to do that. We have a show coming
how
up.
it works.
Boom, 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 boom.
That's how it always
And she
works.
worked it. And some of the women that were involved
They
in the
didn't like
situation, no, they loved it because she was always cool. And some of them stayed with her. Some of them lived with her. And that's how we kind of ran our thing. So when I think about it, what you're talking about, I've experienced that where here's the queen, right? And, they would come to me and be like, oh, Rock, I want to do it. Talk to Tasha, right? And then Tasha come and be like, yo, we want to do it. And I'm like, all right, Tasha, here's the money.
But that's how corporations run.
Right, 100%.
But can I say,
So,
okay.
look, hold on.
Okay.
So if this was a business, let's just say this is a business. And in your example.
All right.
So in your example, Tasha is your executive assistant.
Yes.
Okay. And even if you have direct reports, they need to go through your assistant.
Absolutely.
In order to, because he needs to build business and do his thing outside. He don't need to deal with the mundane day-to-day operations.
Right.
That's what his assistant does.
Yeah.
She operates you as his direct report, her, and everybody else, so that he is free to do what he needs to do. Because his job is to build the business and make more billions of dollars so the company can grow.
Right.
That's what a bottom bitch does. That's
How crazy is that? That's actually the corporate structure.
Of course.
So you pimps out there, right? You are capable of running a corporation, really, because that's the structure. That is the structure, right? Because as a pimp or as an executive, you are the creator, right? You're the creator. You're the one that goes out and does the stuff and create.
But that's your job.
Right. Your job is to go get the money.
Expand the company.
Expand the company, go get the money, and then your executive assistant / bottom bitch carves the fucking meat up and cooks it and gives it to the rest of the people.
That's how it works.
But that's how that shit fucking works. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so, and I totally, Robert and Rock, I totally agree with everything
You
that
niggas
y'all
out of control.
said.
Go ahead,
No. So, when it comes to
You talk about bottom bitches and shit.
no. When it comes to the lifestyle, it's pretty much the same thing because in the BDSM dom sub dynamic, some people there's some doms who have more than one sub, maybe 2 or 3 subs.
Okay.
But the first sub, she's the main chick.
Okay.
Right? Everybody else that come in after her, they got to follow her.
But a sub is a submissive.
The way it works in that dynamic is that the submissive, whoever's the first submissive, the other chicks that come in after her is going to follow after her.
But the dom picks who the submissive is.
Well, yeah, he's going to pick who the next submissive is.
But that submissive has to follow the protocol. Now, they all do. But that one submissive has that quality to control the other ones.
Exactly.
That's human relations. That's human. That's HR.
That's Tasha.
I'm just saying. So
I'm saying in the corporate world, for me, that's HR. That's HR.
Exactly. So now take that dynamic over into the poly relationship because obviously within the last, 5 years, it's been...
I'm going to go to commercial in 60 seconds. Go
ahead. So within the last 5 years or so, the dom-sub relationship and the poly relationship has been so popular. So you take that dynamic into the poly relationship and it's the same thing.
But poly relationships don't last. And I'm going to tell you why they don't last. Because human nature will never change. There will always be jealousy and envy. It will always be. It doesn't matter what it is.
It's on HBO.
It will never, ever be a sustainable model to build because polys create cults. And cults create predators and pedophiles. And that's just the way it is.
And Anthony Wright says, in the Riley Freeman, I think it's Riley
Wolf
Freeman.
bitch? Is he talking about the wolf bitch?
It said, in Riley Freeman voice, game, recognized game, Gary. And you looking very familiar right now.
That's it. Hey, looking like a perp. You're looking like a perp.
So we're going to go to commercial, and then we'll figure out what the next topic is.
I know what the next topic is.
You know what I'm saying? So we're going to do that. And obviously tonight we're going to run a little bit over, but that's okay. It's a Friday night. And
All right.
It's Friday night, and yeah.
You are feeling good.
The Rock Project is at a private dining experience.
Robin, see, that's
this meal is inspired by the things we pulled out of the garden this year.
From Seth's garden?
Yeah, from Seth's garden.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Listen, first of all, I'm a carnivore, and I can tell you, I never would have eaten the squash. I never would have eaten the squash. The squash was incredible.
It's either based on those aromas and those smells.
Tomatoes.
So when it tastes like, and these are, thank God I got them because
I'm gonna let Gary describe it. You don't want to describe it?
So you can buy it.
We have a striped bass that is roasted with a saffron relief, and some sort of other vegetable.
When I go and get some, I'll buy you some. I really think that's good. I can wait.
Y'all, I ain't gonna lie, this is a hell of an experience, man. I had a lot of fun. Took me 5 minutes to get used to it, 5 more minutes to get to jump my first wave, and 5 more minutes to speak this bad boy. Had a lot of fun. Like you tried to say, cause we like some storms are about to hit, so I'm gonna return this. Yo, I'll see y'all next Friday at the Real Discussion with Rock Logic, Gary Fax, Rob, and Jeff. And yours truly. Peace out, y'all.
It's in the Westwood, Rough Riders, West Side. It's in the Westwood, Rough Riders, West Side.
Yeah. All right, I'm back. Because now we got to talk.
Let's talk.
Let's talk.
Let's talk that real though.
I know you think I've been talking. I know you think we've been talking. But what's the subject we were going to do now?
It's a
just
lot
say
of
the
things
subject.
Ron Jeremy.
Oh yeah.
Now, hold on.
Yeah,
I got to talk about that.
Yeah,
All right.
let's go.
So Ron Jeremy is a porn star from the 70s, right? And the 80s. I mean, I grew up on Ron Jeremy.
So we all did, bro.
Yeah. You know
The
what I'm
Devil
saying?
and Miss Jones?
Yeah, come on now. Him and Aunt Peg.
First of all, he was not attractive.
Not
Even
at all.
back then.
Yeah, not at all.
But he did sling that schlong. Though.
Yeah, and he rocked the meat.
He did rock meat.
You know.
He rocked plenty meat.
And I had the pleasure of meeting Ron
I felt
Jeremy.
was conflicted. Was he little, tiny?
Nah, he was all right.
Well, no, I'm saying no, not as far as dick size. I'm talking about height.
Oh, all right. Yeah, he ain't that tall.
Nah, he's a short guy.
Right.
He's a short guy.
But a very nice man.
He's cool. Yeah.
Very nice man. And it was
I
like,
heard he had a photographic memory.
yeah, I don't know, because I never met him a second time to know if he remembered me. But what was brilliant was I'm meeting my, because
he's your idol.
You don't really have
the best title,
favorite
numero
male,
uno.
right? You don't have really have like porn star. Like you idolize the women, right? Like when I met Ebony Eyes, I was like, oh my god, Ebony Eyes, and
So,
Heather
hold on.
Hunter.
So wait, I'm gonna make a false equivalent.
Yeah.
So Ron Jeremy to porn was like Tyson Beckford to like Nautica. Or,
yeah, 1,000%.
Yeah.
He was the go-to guy, right?
He was the face, the brand.
He wasn't even as heavy as John, what was his name?
Holmes.
Right. John Holmes, it was.
Why do I know this? I'm sorry.
Right. John Holmes was a big Bozak, no doubt, right? But Ron Jeremy was very consistent. And obviously he outlasted John Holmes because John Holmes did that thing. And
but this is what I remember about Ron Jeremy. His movies were humorous.
Yeah.
Like, he was the funny guy.
Yeah.
But he laid pipe.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
And he's naturally funny.
Right.
You know, very nice guy.
He was very quirky and quirky and laid pipe.
Right. And then you know if he was Arab or Spanish or, because he has that look.
And he didn't have to be hunky and, like, attractive.
Because he wasn't. Right? He didn't have the six-pack.
Which
back in the day.
it was like my brain would lock. I'd be like, damn, he laid pipe, but shit. Like, wow, let's to put a bag over his head.
Yeah, he gave hope to chunky motherfuckers. Like, if you're chunky, you could be Ron Jeremy.
Like you had to have that purple light on in the bedroom.
Yeah, because he was imperfect. But
with no shit.
But he got it done.
He did. He laid.
Which is what we loved about him. So now where was I going with this? What were we talking about?
But it's good. What
was the topic? The topic was
he got indicted for 30. It was 30 charges.
30 okay. Yeah. All right. So let me talk about Ron. All right. You got indicted?
Yeah.
He got indicted.
I didn't know.
30 counts.
For what?
What
do you do?
Sexual assault.
Yeah.
Who do you assault?
That's 150 years in jail, bro.
Who do you assault?
Well, a couple women.
Apparently, there's some underage.
Listen, we had a conversation about this just before the break. Men, at a certain point.
I gotta pee again. Go ahead.
You'll be back.
Just put me back in.
Ron Jeremy suffered the same fate as all the other hoteps.
God!
See, Ron, he's an interesting guy because actually, back with
that's you.
I think that might be me. Okay.
Oh, I fixed it.
Okay, so I met Ron a couple of times. For those of you that remember Kool G Rap and DJ Polo.
Kool G Rap is one of the best rappers out here. So let's just start with that.
Both of them were very good friends of mine.
And everybody hit the fucking like button.
Right.
I don't care about the algorithm. Rock will be here in 60 seconds.
So both
like.
So
there he comes. 5 seconds.
Kool G Rap and Polo, they were very good friends of mine. Polo, I used to hang out with Polo a whole lot. One of Polo's good friends was Ron Jeremy. So
I wonder how they met.
And we hung out at a couple of clubs. And Ron, from what
because Polo started shooting porn.
Okay.
I thought that was the dude from NWA.
No, Polo was doing it first.
Yellow.
Nah, Polo was doing it first.
First?
Yeah, Polo was doing it first.
There we go.
Like, look.
Come on, yes. Hit the like button. You gonna watch this show?
Tony Courtney.
You gonna watch this show?
Polo,
you gonna hit the like button. Hit the like button going in. Hit the like button going out.
Polo, even though him and Kool G Rap, they had their records out, Polo was still, he also had his inside track.
Hold on, wait. Come on, man, Legs, right? Because there's a lot of people that are watching the show that might not be in the chat room. Yeah. So my man Legs was like, Legs Diamond, big shout out to Legs Diamond. He said, what exactly did you love about Ron Jeremy?
Right.
Your answer determined whether we remain friends.
Legs don't play with you. Legs ain't playing with you. He's like, he ready to bounce on you anyway. He's like, you don't fit my model.
I thought we was friends, bro.
No, you don't fit his moral code, bro. Like, his moral code is up.
That's some bull.
Oh my God. I understand what you're saying, but go ahead, Gary. Go ahead.
So,
he's just playing.
I'm just joking, Gary.
DJ.
Let me move my chair out the way. I think I did something. Oh, I know what I did.
You got your whole back up in here. Yeah. Did your ass do that?
Back into it.
I think your ass did that.
Okay.
So
send me that weight loss shit.
You move your chair.
So I swayed.
Detox me shit.
So I met Ron Jeremy with DJ Polo. DJ Polo used to have the Inside Track. Even though him and Kool G Rap had their records out, Polo had sort of a side business with the Inside Track and with a bunch of women. And I met Ron a couple of times, and also Ed Lover used to hang out with us too. So, and at the time that I met Ron, he was a real cool guy. You know, he didn't like, crazy funny stuff happening. So it's just interesting when you see stuff like this come out in the press, and it's like, wow. Okay.
No, I don't think it's
first of all,
surprising
what happened to him? What happened to Ron?
Well, I didn't read the affidavit.
Because I knew what's going on.
I didn't read the whole affidavit, but I do know that he's been charged with 30 counts of...
Yes, 30 counts.
30 counts, I think, of aggregated assault.
Let me
I think there was 5 women who...
there was some underage, too.
Well, okay.
Underage, too?
Yeah, like...
2.
Are we talking about the number or
No, they were included in the group.
Oh, also.
Yes,
Yeah.
also. So here's my problem. And it goes back to what I said before. Look, you can have all the women you want. But when there's a tipping point where you think you're above God, though. And that's the problem. Because the problem is you can't be controlled. Right? In order to function in a sane society, you have to build a cult. This is problematic.
Now I'm going to address that.
34 sex crimes charge. I'm sorry.
Hold on, wait.
34 sex crime charges.
I'm sorry. Hold on for 1 second.
Okay.
Because I got to deal with this shit, right? Put your phone down and move over, because you're in my camera
space.
Sorry.
Ooh.
Hold on for 1 minute. All right. Now, this dude, right, let's just be clear. He is very clear about who he is.
He's a porn star.
He's a porn star.
Right.
Okay. So, if you go to hang out with a porn star who's made hundreds of films, right? What do you think he's going to do?
Right.
Right? Because you already know his nature.
And he has power.
And he has power because of media, right? Media be just being in film.
In the industry, he may be on
the top.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you know all these things. You know all these things.
There's no dick control. No dick control.
But there's got to be some kind of I'm not going to Ron Jeremy's room. Go, hey, Rock, come to my room and hang out. Be like, nah, nigga, I know what you're about. You know what I'm saying? Like, you already know what he's about.
Once he pull that thing out, you may be a victim too.
You could be a victim. You know my man is going to be inside of his integrity.
And there's probably other men that was his victims.
Absolutely. But you know he's going to be inside of his integrity.
Yeah.
Right? Because integrity is good or bad.
Yeah.
Integrity is about who you are.
Right.
So you know who the nigga is. You know who the nigga is.
He's gay for pay, everything.
Listen, if you go to Ron Jeremy's room and you a man, listen, when he pops in your he pops in your mouth and then your butt is bleeding in the morning, that's your fault.
That's a prostate rub right there.
Because you knew. Because because understand something. This is not no regular guy.
No, Rock is operating from the rock star vibe.
Right. This is not no regular vibe. This ain't no regular vibe. You've seen everything that he's done, right? On film.
Right.
Everybody knows it. So you know that, first of all, if you don't understand that somebody that does porn is not mentally all there,
right,
then you're stupid.
Well, I mean, you're slinging your stuff for cash.
Right. So morally, right? Because now this translates over. Morally, your morals are fucked up. Right? So why would you go with Ron Jeremy, right? This wasn't an R. Kelly situation, right? R. Kelly presented one thing.
Let's talk about that. Yeah,
I'm just saying,
talk about
right?
That.
He presented one thing and was another thing. This dude is in he's before VHS. He was making film 35 millimeter, right? So you know what he is. So why would you think he'd be any different in a personal situation?
I'm gonna tell you why. Yeah. Because just the same way as any other actor, we have a perception of them based on what they show us. It's a projection.
Yes, that's true.
Right? So who knew Charlie Sheen would have had AIDS?
Yeah, right. Freak boy, yeah.
Right? He was part of Two Men in whatever that shit.
I agree.
Yeah.
He was in most of the movies that we loved in the 80s and the 90s.
Yeah.
And who knew he was going to be drinking tiger blood and fucking,
bugging.
Right. We have, it's not him, it's us. We put them on that pedestal, and then we claim cognitive dissonance.
Damn, Robin.
Robin is so good at this shit.
You're right.
Because we can't separate the artist from the performance.
Right.
A lot of people are
the
like
person
that.
from the performance.
Right.
Well,
you're right.
That's our fault. And it's not our fault. It is programmed in us to not, fans are the meaning of fans is the root of fanatic. What is a fanatic? A person who is obsessed.
Obsessed, yeah.
That's right.
And what is obsessed? You are not in your right mind.
Right.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Damn, Robin.
No, she's right. Because I went through that, right? Because I went through that because
And when you are not in your right mind, you cannot logically break that person from the person
that you created.
That is presented to you.
Yeah.
That's right.
Stop playing with me.
No. Listen, hold on. No, let me hear that. And I'm gonna say that because I went through that.
Let's look at the chat.
Because Anthony says he was meeting Ron Jeremy. It was rumored he blew himself.
I believe it.
He did it in a video.
You cannot trust a dude like that. Thank you, Anthony. Right. If the dude blows it, listen, if the dude sucks his own dick, listen, there's a real moral problem. There's a real moral problem.
No one can compete.
No one can compete. He's like, I'm just going to bend over and just blow myself.
He's his own God.
He is his own God at that moment. And I got to say that you're right? Because I experienced that, multiple times, even with Maria. The perception that was put out about me when I was doing the Sticky Hoods thing and the Shake What Your Mama Gave You thing was very different than the reality of the human being that I actually was.
Right.
That's true.
And
you were a commodity, a product.
I was a commodity and a product and didn't really even understand that. A hoe, right? Here it is. I go out and I perform and I'm this. But then all of a sudden, right, someone decides they want to get to know me and I'm like, all right, come on, get to know me, right? And come on, get in my car, right? My car is a Datsun 210 that the door is rusting off, and immediately like, all right, what the fuck's going on here, right? Like
it doesn't match the persona.
It doesn't match the persona of what you have perceived me to be.
But that's a marketing strategy that's been presented by your company.
100%.
You've been pimped.
Yes, I've been pimped because they presented me as this, but my reality was something entirely different. That I was very comfortable in being in, by the way. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't like, listen, I was pulling up in the front of clubs.
The disappointment was all hers.
Right, it was all hers. Because I'm pulling up in front of clubs, right? Like the Palladium, right? And places that they did parking, and I'm jumping out of Datsun 210, and the door's falling off, and I'm like,
I can't believe
nigga, I'm here.
Datsun, I'm sorry.
Yeah, right? And I'm popping out like, yeah, I'm here.
That is instant freeze-dried pea sleeve.
Listen, I did it. Oh, he said he was meaning Ron Jeremy. Yes, I mean Ron Jeremy. That's what Anthony said. But point being is my persona that people perceived me to be was not what I actually was as a human being and my moral values, right? So Ron Jeremy, who is humping on film, you kind of got an inclination of what his moral values are.
Maybe not.
Well, that's the problem with the person.
That's an R. Kelly issue.
Well, can I say so?
Go ahead.
All right.
I'm just saying, man.
To your point with Ron Jeremy, let me bring up Heather Hunter.
Karen said yikes. I don't know what yikes she was talking about. But I hope it's about what I did.
Uncomfortable.
So,
yeah, it's good though.
So most people know who Heather Hunter is, one of the top black female porn stars.
Yeah.
Talk him on the mic.
Right.
But she should be on the show,
I'm
by the
getting her
way.
for
You
the
need
show.
to call her.
Yeah, nigga, get on the show. Stop bullshit.
I'm going to get on the show. So
Tell you what rock. She'll come.
So Heather I've always looked at Heather like a little sister, right? So all the porn stuff really I never really looked at her like that, right? So anytime we hung out in the past, it was more like a brother-sister stuff.
Got it.
Right? And
What was her moral compass?
She was a human being.
She was cool. She was always cool with me. Always cool. Always.
It was her job, though.
Like,
But what was her moral compass?
It wasn't like a man, though.
No, she was.
Listen, I agree with you, right? But I'm gonna say this, because I gotta say it. If listen, sex is an intimate thing.
Absolutely.
Right? Because you're giving yourself. Right? Every time you do it, you're giving yourself.
A soul tie.
And you're exchanging.
Right.
A soul tie.
It's a soul tie,
Absolutely.
right? You're exchanging things,
Absolutely.
right? So this is a person that was willing to give one of the most precious things, right, that you can have, right? As a human being, give that willingly to anybody that gave her money. So I'm asking, what was her moral compass?
Well, her moral compass dealt with what she was doing as a porn star. I mean,
She saw it as her job.
Yeah, she saw it. She basically saw it as her job.
She didn't see it as a soul tie.
Right.
She saw it as her
She
job.
saw it as a job. Because I mean, outside of that,
It's like a person who doesn't like, it's like a hoarder who works in the sanitation department.
Okay.
Get it?
got it.
So that's what they do for a living, but that's not who they are at home.
Right, and she was that kind of person, right? But now, other people that saw her, like there was one day I was walking down 42nd Street. There was this line that was down the block and around the corner. I didn't know who it was until I walked up to the front of the store, and it said that she was in there signing autographs. So I walk in, right, and I guess the big bodyguard there, he jumps in front of me. So she looks up and she saw it was me. So she kind of pushed him out the way and was like, and gave me a big hug. And guys were like, "Yo, you know her?" And I'm like, "But I look at her like
That's your friend.
Yeah, that's my friend. That's my
You
little
didn't
sister.
have to be paid to fuck her.
Right,
Excuse
right,
me.
that was-
I'm sorry about the algorithm.
Sexual
algorithm. I'm sorry.
So here's my question.
Sure.
Ron Jeremy.
Ron Jeremy.
Arrested for what?
30 counts. 34?
Of what?
Sexual battery?
Yes, sexual. He did, some of the charges deal with underage. I guess
That's crazy.
Shame on you, Ron.
So let's talk about OnlyFans.
But wait. So Ron, I think the issue with Ron was that back in those days, Ron was he was dealing with some of the hottest women in porn.
Yeah.
Right? So, wait, Robin, I see the look on your face. So he was dealing with some of the hottest women in porn.
Right.
So I think that maybe with him, that inflated his ego.
Yeah, and that's only one part of the problem. If we talking about him being inflated with his ego versus underage children that he was violating, a whole nother different conversation.
I hear what you're saying.
That's a whole nother different conversation.
I hear what you're saying.
He is a whole grown man.
But he should know better, but...
Which means that the industry allowed him to get away with it up until the point where the cops had to get involved.
I agree with you. I totally agree with you.
Which means that there are people co-signing this behavior until the cops get involved.
Well,
that is not cool.
Well, that's how it always is. You know that?
It ties in with R. Kelly, and it ties in with Polite, whatever this guy's name is, Brother Polite. Once you break the covenant with God, you run afoul of your ethics and morals. And it doesn't matter what accolades you get, because you don't even need to be, there's hood famous people that don't even need to be exposed by the media.
Right.
We don't know them.
Right.
You don't have to go on Facebook to see who they are, or IG, or Twitter. People are hood famous, and they're pedophiles.
All right.
You understand? And the problem to me is that other men, grown men with kids, they don't say nothing, bro.
Yeah.
And that's not a woman's problem. Why is it a woman's problem? This is a man's problem. Because men have children.
That's right.
Go ahead, Sharia. You want to say something?
I can't say anything about that.
Okay. Well, I'm going to keep talking.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Robbie.
No, when men have girl children is when they realize they spent 20, 30 years with a guy they grew up with, and he was a pedophile. He was having sex with 15-year-olds and 14-year-olds. And then a man will actually have a daughter, and then when they get 14, he'll be like worried and concerned. And he's because he already been a part of that life.
Or he might actually violate her.
Right. So hold on. There are cases where, in Brother Polite's incident, where it was two. He dated two women that had young kids that he violated. He only got caught with the second one.
Right.
So the woman that he was with knew about the other couple. She knew.
Because I was working in Nashville, and there was a rapper. He was there, and I was working on an album. Great guy. Loved him. Like, he was, you just thought he was the nicest guy, right? But he got caught in a sexual relationship with his 12-year-old daughter.
That is, oh my God.
And we were all like, and you gotta understand something. Now, let me give you the dynamic of where I was at.
Oh my God.
The Bloods and the Crips came together in Nashville and united. No, they united to do music, right? And I'm in the center of this, unification. And there's a guy that is from Nashville, and he's there. Cool guy, nice guy, do anything for you. You're not even now, the Bloods and the Crips, I knew this nigga's like, I know you killed somebody and you killed somebody and you killed, and we were clear on what the shit was.
Right, because there were rules.
And this guy, who was very cool, very nice, one day gets arrested. And we're like, of all of the people that you could have arrested, including myself,
hardcore killers,
you arrested that dude, right? So nobody even knew what was happening.
That must have been popping conversations in the hood.
And then it comes out what he was doing with his biological daughter.
That's crazy.
And it was like, nah.
Because they knew, no. And let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Arrests aren't spontaneous.
True facts.
They investigate you.
Yeah, they check you out.
It takes months
before they come get you.
To get
before
the proof.
they get you.
Well,
so in this particular case with Brother Polite, he had already gotten away with it once, but he did it again in February of this year, and the DNA came through in June. He had to surrender in August. And then they charged him. And this dude was pretending like nothing ever happened between February and August.
Wow. Here you go. Chat rooms like this. Anthony Wright says, kick that, Robin. Teach the truth. Preach the tabernacle. Karen Brewer says, the trouble is nowadays, more things are normal than they used to be. Years ago, pedophilia hid.
That's not
now
true.
They congregate and think it's acceptable.
No.
Karen, you got to expound on that.
No, because I'm going to tell you something.
So we can understand what you're saying.
Pedophilia is not hidden. It's I think in 50% of all families, white, black, I don't care what race you are. But the problem is that the men protect the predator. It's the women who have to suffer in silence. Look, I saw a video. Was it Minister Jap? Mm-hmm. That was the one, right? Mm-hmm. where she videotaped her uncle who had been abusing her since she was a kid. Her and her sister. She videotaped him like, oh, you gonna eat? You gonna sit here and eat like that? Knowing that you violated me and my sister? And he didn't say a word. And she was like, I can't believe they even invited you here. You have to, in order for you, and look, I love men. I do. I love a man's strength. I love his honor, his integrity. What I don't love about men is that they'll stick behind other men who have violated people. There's got to be a line.
That you have to go, that's not right.
There's got to be a code.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And when men don't abide by the code, men run afoul and ruin families and ruin communities.
That is correct.
And that is not my issue. That's a man's issue.
100.
Because every single one of you knows somebody like that.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you something that's crazy about that, right? Because I watch TV occasionally, right?
Occasionally.
Yeah. And I'm watching Godfather of Harlem, and they dealt with that exact issue. So, Gigante, I forgot his name, the mobster, right? His daughter shot one of his capos and killed him, right?
Right, because he was fucking with her.
Right. And the moral issue that they said was exactly what you said. They said, listen, you swore to a code that this mafia thing is above your family.
Right.
You gotta go kill your daughter. You know what I'm saying? That's the episode. And he shot the dude. It was like, bang, fuck that. Right? And me and y'all here, we don't want to know what happened. We'll see the next episode. But that's exactly what you're talking about. Like, he had to make a choice between something he swore to do and his family. And his daughter was like, who you gonna choose? You gonna kill me? What you gonna do? Right? And she played the card.
No, but she's fucked up because...
Oh, no, she was fucked up. And she was fucked up.
Here's the problem.
She was fucking blacks. She's fucked up.
She's gonna pick... No.
I'm just joking.
She's gonna pick another abuser.
Well, she did. She's got the other Italian. No, wait, no. No, wait, no. Wait, hold on, Bobby. God. The guy that she was with was not an abuser. He was black.
It doesn't matter what color he is.
The problem was because he was black at the time. Her father hated that shit because he was black. That's all it was.
So what? It happens now too.
And he was a great guy. He was a singer. He was on Bobby Robinson's label in Harlem, and she loved him. But her father killed him because
she was fucked up.
Because he was black. Now, it wasn't her father, by the way. Her father's guy killed him.
Are you gonna do cheat codes?
Yeah. The father had him killed by somebody, right? The boyfriend. And then she killed the guy that killed the boyfriend.
So you got any Cliff Notes on Raising Canaan?
No.
Yeah, okay.
I'm talking to Godfather of Harlem.
No, I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, but that's what that situation was.
All right, so okay, but I'm saying outside of writers and directors and what you see on Stars, there are people covering up for pedophiles.
100%.
True.
Okay,
and you shouldn't do that.
And I want to know why. Why are women who are under 14 years old victims already before they even started dating? That it would make it a fucking, excuse my language, sorry, the algorithm. Why is the field greenest? Why is the hunting ground greenest for pubescent women, for older guys? I gotta tell you, when I was 15, 14, people were 40, 50 years old. They were coming up to me like, hey, you want to get my car?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? Like, you're older than my dad. And And they would run up on me in the street, and other guys would be sitting around that I grew up with, and they'd be like, "What are you gonna do?" I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, what do we do?
You know, it's definitely
It's a man's game.
Hold on a second, Robin.
Yeah, I'm emotional.
Yeah, Robin's on fire.
What I'm just saying, you know, from my experience, you know, like I really don't understand it, because even when I was 21 or 20, I found it hard to date a female that was 18 or 19, right? So when I hear these stories and these situations of these men in 40s, 50s and dealing with young women, teens, I'm like, it just blows my mind.
No,
like,
don't let it. You know, let me tell you why. Because men who are that age that are looking for younger women are afraid of death. They are trying to avoid death.
What is this, Moonstruck?
Yes.
You're afraid of dying?
No, everyone's afraid of dying. You know what men believe?
What?
Men believe that when they die, that the family's gonna crowd around the bed and be like,
That's some bullshit.
right. Dad, you were the best. You know, your last words will be a lasting impact. You seen Shallow Hal?
Yeah.
Men believe, honestly, that the legacy they leave behind will be there for them when they breathe their last breath. Like,
Nah, it's Burns. You know what? I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, do it.
Burns.
Yo, what's up, my brother?
Yeah, we on the podcast, baby. That's my man Burns. Burns is working on an album right now. He's doing some songs, some incredible stuff. What's happening, Bernie?
No doubt, maintain it, man. Maintain it. I just got hit in the spot, and I was wondering where you at. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. We're doing the podcast. We went over. Normally we're on 9 o'clock, but the conversation's been so riveting. You know, we've gone
I hear
over.
some fire trucks in the background.
Yeah,
where's the emergency?
Right.
We're praying for
What
you.
you got?
Yeah, sound like that. Sound like that.
God bless.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Anyway, you're busy. I'm gonna let you handle the DI. You know what I mean?
All right.
Ask him about what we talking about.
Burns.
What's up, player?
This is interesting. Robin, you should ask the question so you can frame it right.
So we're talking about like men, like, I don't know if you know about the story about Brother Polite, right? Do you know
Brother
about
Polite?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brother Polite. The guy who, I don't know, has kids. None of his kids were born in a hospital or something like that.
No, Brother Polite is part of the conscious community, right? So when he started out, he was an acolyte of Malachi York. So he's a smart guy. He knows all about religion. He's been all around the world.
Oh, he knows all about religion?
Yeah. And as a matter of fact, he was actually the vehicle for Ron Artest to change his name to Meta World Peace.
Right.
And he actually has 4 wives. He's not married to them. But 2 of the women that he got with, he took their daughters. One daughter that he took, he violated.
What you mean he took a daughter? What do you mean?
Sexually.
Oh, all right.
So the premise of the conversation is, and I'm
Okay.
sorry, my voice is kind of messed up.
It's all right.
But the premise of the conversation is, when does man believes he is more powerful than God, where he decides that he can take children sexually, right? Outside of the rules of
Morality.
society. Right.
Well, you got to define morality. You know what I'm saying? Because the first thing you're telling me is that this man understands religions. Clearly, he doesn't understand religions, and he's not no theologian. But, you know, later on, you know, you're talking about an individual who deserves to get slapped up. So I don't know what to say. You know what I mean? Maybe people could disagree with me. Maybe people agree with me on that. I don't know. If I see
Well,
somebody
there's
do
two
something
sides
to
of the
kid,
argument.
again, no.
There's two sides of the argument. The argument is, how does a man who is loved and adored believe in his own hype, where he escapes the realm of the laws of God, versus a woman who gives her child to him, thinking that she can trust him with his kid, with her kid, and not realizing that he is operating outside of the laws of morality, because that's why she got with him in the first place.
Oh, he's a manipulator. And plus, you talking about he's got a following. Ron Artest, changed his name to Metal War Peace. I mean, why don't you ask Ron about how he feel about his name? You know what I'm saying? He changed his name again right afterwards. You know what I mean? So you're talking about an individual who knows how to manipulate situations to get what he wants.
That is true.
At the end of the day, he's not a God-fearing man. You know what I mean? He's just a manipulator. He's an opportunist out there that tries to find opportunities to do what he does. You know what I mean?
But here's the
what's
problem.
wrong with the woman, though?
Here's the problem. The problem is that these conscious hoteps, right? No, and it's not funny, because black men need a place in this society run by white society to be strong, to be cognizant, to be
Hold on,
educated.
say that again, please. I can't hear you. Say that again.
I'm sorry, that's my voice.
Yeah, because I'm breaking out over here on my
Okay,
end.
I'm sorry. Black men have created hotep because of their standing in society. They needed to go back to Africa and find out about their strength, their education, the financial, not financials, the breakdown of.
And Africa could provide this for these individuals.
Well,
That's
to
what you're
make
saying.
up for their own dysfunction in America, because white men rule here.
White men rule here.
Right. So black men need a place to
That's
establish.
crazy to me.
Well,
that's crazy to me. I look. If you're talking about white, black, this, that, and the third,
no.
You
It's
could
not
go to
even-
Africa and see what's going on out there. You know what I mean?
No,
You
no,
could
no,
go.
but
then again, if
hoteps-
one no, I hear you. But if you don't know your history, then how can you move forward?
Right.
You understand?
But
so
here's
if you're
the
talking
problem.
about, go ahead.
Here's the problem. Once you do know your history, then what happens is, how do you settle with God if you're supposed to be subservient to him, to not allow yourself to intercourse with children?
That's the
talking
issue,
about. You're talking about people that are sick-minded, you know what I mean? And these people don't even believe in God to begin with.
But
And if
there are
they do
people who
believe in the Lord-
follow him because they
There's
believe.
always going to be people that follow him.
Yes, that is
There's
true.
always people still follow what's his name, R. Kelly. You see what I'm saying? Even
That
though
is
we
true.
have evidence, we have tapes. They still
yeah,
follow
he got
him.
tapes.
So it don't.
They still
it
buy
don't
his records.
matter.
They still buy his records.
Wait, hold on,
you know?
hold on. Did you know, or are you following the story about the little boy that he also, had relationship with?
I don't follow anything anymore nowadays. You know, everybody's just saying something. I'm doing my own thing, trying to make sure I'm doing right by my family, my friends, my neighbors.
Give them
you
some
know what I mean? I'm
claps.
trying to make sure, because that's where it starts. That's where it starts. Everybody want to feel like they could change the world, but they're not doing nothing.
Yeah,
for
but
their own
this society,
environment, you know what I mean?
in American society, and you may not disagree, or you may not agree, but in this society, people are social currency. The more people that are liked, it doesn't matter if they're or they may not have morals like Kim Kardashian. But if you like them, they gain relevance. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So in this society, we are in the matrix, right? We are the commodity.
100%.
We give people credence based on how popular they are. Mm-hmm. And now, let me just make this one last point. So, because of that, there are people who break the morality code, but they still get a pass, and it's still acceptable amongst their peers. But the rest of us, society, we are the victims of that because as long as they're likable, they're nice, they make money, we're supposed to say, yeah, well, he touched my 12-year-old sister, but he's popular. Mm-hmm. He makes these great songs. No,
I don't follow you because at the end of the day, people, I'm tired of people playing that victim role. Why don't they stand up, you know what I mean, and be outspoken?
But
and take control, you know what I mean?
But isn't that the issue, that people don't stand up and take issue with that?
Because everybody wants to be liked. You see what I'm saying? Like, I got many things to say about
social
politics, religion, this, that, and the third. But what it comes down to, whenever I try to say a little something, I start looking at me, people like, yo, you trying to do this thing, you might rub people the wrong way, that money won't start coming towards your direction. There's things like that. So the politics get deep embedded within this. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm just
You do know. No, you do know. The problem is that it's so overwhelming that people will actually trade their own ethics and morals.
Of course they do.
It's happening at such a great frequency that you can't think about it in a way that it makes logical sense to you, because it doesn't relate to you and your family unit.
Right.
Word.
I'm sorry.
Bernie.
Of course they do. Hold up, player. Hold on, Rocco. Give me one moment.
All right, go ahead. Because I want to leave now. We're already like 2:45 in. We've been on the air for 3 hours. Go ahead.
No doubt. I hear you. I understand what you're saying. I agree with you. People rather be liked, right? And we live in this type of society right now. The point is, how you gonna break it? Forget about. We all know what it is. You know what it is. I know what it is. Talking about it on the podcast, motherfuckers already know what it is. It is what it is. It's what are they planning on doing about it? See, I hear a lot of blase blah, but nobody's actually taking action.
Here's the problem. Because
Instagram is still popping.
No, and so is OnlyFans. But let me tell you what.
OnlyFans is making a killing now, you know?
No, but hold on.
It's crazy.
But let me tell you why.
I came from an era where
addiction is addiction. We live in a culture of addiction. Addiction is the only thing that keeps us connected to whatever makes us feel good.
All right.
And the people who control those addictions will keep you addicted. When you wake up in the morning, what do?
I pray.
You pray, and then what do you do after that?
I pray. I thank God he blessed me with whatever it is I have, whether I feel like I'm struggling or not, I'm grateful that I'm alive.
I do the same thing. I wake up in the morning, I look to the east, and I say integrity. And guess what I do after that? I pick up my phone to see what the hell's going on Instagram or Twitter. And I'm like,
but then again, it's your job. It's your job because you're in a podcast right now, right? So it's your job to see what's going on in society.
I need to know what's happening to talk about it.
Exactly. But with me, I'm in a different zone. I just pray. I thank the Lord, and I'm like, yo, this is what it is.
But my job was never about knowing. See, and this is where I need to establish something with you. I'm a student of life. Before I got on this podcast, I think Rock only wanted me on this podcast because I'm nosy as fuck. I read books and I'm outside of the grid. I don't have Facebook. I don't have Instagram. I don't have none of that stuff. But what I do arm myself with is knowledge. So I read a lot of books. So when he asks me about my opinion about stuff, it's not about because I like likes. I don't even have Facebook. People will walk up to me and ask me, like, why you don't have Facebook? I'm like, I'm not a part of it. I'm not getting sucked into that. That's not a part of my... That's not what I am. I'm not here for people. I don't like half the people that I know. Right. I don't want them to know what I'm doing. You understand what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
So for me, I love to read. I love the news. I love to get involved. I love people. Just the other day, I think it was yesterday, some news guy asked me, he was like, could you come and talk to me for a second? And I'm like, no, I'm late for work, nigga. I gotta go somewhere.
Gotta go.
And you know what? In the beginning, I used to be like, oh, I got time. What do you have to say? Because I read it, I know it, but I don't want to share it with you no more because I know how you're going to spin this.
That's right.
It's propaganda.
Absolutely.
I will only say that apparently my peeing thing is way faster than Teresa because
she's been in the bathroom for a minute, bro.
Listen, that's one big bladder.
No, she got some dookies.
I gotta go to the bathroom. Y'all keep going. I'll be right back.
Yo, listen.
No,
I got 2 bathrooms.
No. Stay.
I gotta pee.
Jesus, he just took off his. Go ahead. Let's talk about it.
What you want to talk about?
I want to talk about what you want to talk about. What's exciting to you right now?
What I want to talk about. Me, I'm a simple individual. I just like reading history. I like reading history and religion.
So is there anything in history that you think that is relevant to what's happening today?
Absolutely.
So let's talk about it.
Absolutely. But,
let's go.
You know, it's a little deep subject then, you know what I mean?
I don't care.
That's something that I would sit down personally with you and have this full-blown discussion.
No, let's just get to
you can bring it to light if you like, but, you know.
Let's go surface talk. Let's say you read a headline this week and it affected you. What was that?
What affected me? It's a trick question, my dear. I can't because, again, it falls into history. You know what I mean?
No. This week.
Yeah,
is
if I talk about this week, what I read, because I love reading religions and history, right? I'm going to start scratching my head, and I'm going to tell you this is what it was, right? So.
Put it out there. Let's go.
Can't really put it out there, but thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yo, Bernie, I'm about to sign off and bounce.
Yo, listen, handle your PI. I'm over here.
All right.
Come through parlay.
All right, I'll holler at you. All right, brother?
All right. Bless.
Always a pleasure.
Much.
That's my man, Burns.
I think he shot his load too early.
Burns is one of those characters that I got to bring on the show because he's very, very opinionated.
I love that.
Yeah, he's on that shit.
I love that.
But we have.
What happened to Lays?
I don't know. He never called back. But we've hit the 3 hour mark.
3 hours?
Yeah, 3 hours. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying?
How many people on the chat?
The chat
First of all, no, I gotta talk.
Right.
Okay.
First of all, I don't know how many people in the chat, but go to Groovy Track on YouTube. Subscribe to YouTube.
That's
on
one
Groovy
word.
Track.
That's right.
We need 1,000 subscribers. That's what we need. And I know we love you on Facebook. We do. Get them likes up and get on Groovy Track. We need you on Groovy Track. Because you know why? Rock, he is the captain of the ship. He's the one that's making things happen. He's bringing you the content. We need to make it monetized so that we can build. Mm-hmm. We need to build, and we need you as a family to help us do that. So, you know what? Please subscribe to us on Groovy Track. And you know what? When we get over to YouTube, we can take over the world, guys. And we need your help to do that.
That's real talk. And it's at the bottom of the screen as it scrolls. I know you don't be watching the scroll, but subscribe to our YouTube channel. And there's the spelling for Groovy Track. GROOVY.
We don't want the money. We need you. Look.
Right. It's not the money.
It's free. You are the commodity.
Right. You subscribe, and then I can work it out on the other end.
Please go to YouTube and subscribe to our channel.
Yeah. If you guys subscribe on the other end, then I can get some money from YouTube.
I'll take care of that part.
Yes, man. It will be all right. But it's always at the bottom of the screen. You guys can
Anybody
see it.
have any plans for coming up?
Well, September is the 2nd. I'm doing that thing at Washington Houses. In Washington Houses on 2nd Avenue, 97th Street. Big shout out to Claudia Perez. I'm doing a giveaway. So if you have children, if you can hear my voice, and you have children that need school supplies, between 2 o'clock and I believe it's 3 o'clock and 7 o'clock, I am giving away, we are giving away supplies, school supplies to children on 97th Street and 2nd Avenue. Now, I could be off in my block.
That's all right.
But here's what you can't miss. It's a big-ass project. Walk into the middle of Washington Houses, and here's what you can do. You can get your child's haircut for free. You can get your haircut for free.
And then we'll watch Gary get his haircut done for free.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got jokes.
Baldy's going to get it done.
All right.
And we have school supplies. We have food. We're giving this away on the next Thursday, basically.
Right before school.
Right before school, so you guys can have it. Yeah, don't do it yet, because I'm on camera.
Right.
So we're doing that, right? So come out to Sunday. If you're in the Bronx and you hear my voice, or you're in New York City and you hear my voice, come from 1 o'clock till 8 o'clock. 149th Street and Exterior Avenue, the Universal Hip Hop Museum. The Hip Hop Museum that y'all have been talking about. Y'all saw the concerts all this week. You saw how we get down.
Everybody knows.
Right? Come. Because we're going to get down and we're doing our own thing that day.
Who's live streaming?
I think me.
Well,
right?
whatever it is, come to the event on Sunday.
But no, it'll be streamed on the Universal Hip Hop Museum site.
That's true. That's true.
It'll be there. Come out. Come hang out. It's not just me. It's not just me performing.
We're all hip hop.
Right. We're all hip hop. Right. And it's going down on Sunday between 1 o'clock and 8 o'clock at night.
149th and Exterior. That means that once you cross the bridge on 145th Street, on the other side of 145th Street.
From Harlem.
Right, is Exterior Street. Right
first
there.
stop.
Yep.
Make a left and you at the park.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, and if you're coming from the concourse, coming down, make a right and you at the park.
That's right. It's near the mall.
Right, right. It's near the mall. So come out for that. You know, we're going to have some fun. And it'll be great to see you guys.
And I'll be there. We'll be there. We'll be ready.
Robin's coming to hang out.
I don't go outside.
Yeah, it's going to be dope. So the real discussion is going to be in the house.
Listen, guys, we need you to subscribe to the Groovy Track page. It's very important. I don't have a voice right now, but I'm talking to you in my really hoarse, sexy voice.
Right.
So I'm selling you horse sex right now. Please subscribe to our page. Yeah. We need 1,000 subscribers, but we need you to like this show. We need you to go and subscribe to Groovy Track. It's very important. Very important.
Yeah. And then on the weekend, like I said at the top of the show, tomorrow we have Mi Gente Mi People with Claudia Perez, and she's the resident council president that I'm doing the thing with this Thursday at Washington Housing, projects. She's there. We're doing that. And then Sunday it's
Hip Hop, Health, and Politics
at 2 o'clock. And then at 4 o'clock it is
One Night Show.
Like. Subscribe, like, and like. Listen, we're going to get this broadband license.
We're going to go all the way.
TV show.
Straight up, believe it.
But you know what? Thank you guys. You know what? Every week, you guys come on and you support us. And you know what? I think it's time for us to acknowledge that.
Yeah, for real. Because when we don't come on, and I'm going to say this, I get texts, I get voicemails, I get email.
That's right.
Where are you guys? Where are you guys? So I want to thank you guys, right, for really making the show being as successful as it has been, and the fact that you're loyal to the show, and you take time out of your day to spend time with us.
That's right.
For 2 hours to hear us talk about anything we feel like talking about.
And you leave comments.
And you leave comments and you engage. I was talking to Red Alert the other day. And Red Alert, if you don't know, if you're in another country, Red Alert is a legendary DJ. He's been doing radio for the last 40 years. Hot 97, 98.7 Kiss FM, WBLS. And we were talking when I was at the station, and he said, what made you want to do a podcast? He said, Rock, what made you want to do that? And I said, it started out as an idea of me being able to sit with my friends and just talk about stuff. That's all this ever was to me when I started it. But you guys evolved it into something incredible.
So proud.
And that I can be proud of, and that we can be proud of. And it evolved into just 4 people sitting around the table talking stuff, to us engaging and being in your homes and on your TVs and in your cars, and you listen on Spotify when you have time, or Apple Music and all these other places that we are. You know, I gotta acknowledge that and appreciate that, because you're supporting something that I had no expectations of, or I wasn't presumptuous about.
What was that movie 300 where they say democracy was an idea?
Yeah.
Right.
And then you made it possible.
And that's what happened. This thing was an idea. You guys made it possible. And I love you guys for it. And I'm glad you guys all tune in all the time and engage us. And please, if there's anything you want us to talk about, let us know. You can, on the show, you can do
listen
it.
To you.
I am. Or whatever, and we listen to you because we talk about you in the chat all the time. But if there's a topic you want to talk about, I'm game, I'm open. And I appreciate everybody that tunes in, whether it's live at this time or you do it later on when you can do it, right? I love that. And we're going to do, I think we're 3 years in now, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
4.
Yeah, we're going into 4. Is it 3 or 4?
No, I came 3.
You came in 3?
Y'all guys were here a year before
So now we're going into the 4th year, is it?
4th year, I guess 4 years.
Yeah, because 2020 we had sort of a blank vibe. Yeah, you know what? And thank you all for this. And we will continue to evolve.
Absolutely.
We will continue to grow.
And we will bring you with us.
And that's what we're going to do.
This was supposed to be one show, and it turned into Boardwalk Global Media.
Exactly.
We're going to make this our network.
And I got to thank you.
We
Tony says mad love for you guys and mad love for you all, everybody. Okay. I'm going home. I was glad to do a 3-hour show, and now it's time for me to do something else. Yeah.